You're listening to UFO Undercover with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Welcome to the Outer Realm with Michelle DeRoche and Amelia Pisano. Airing live on the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 FM in New Orleans.
When they are consuming your minds and your thoughts and your dreams, from the angels to the demons and to the mysteries unseen, there is no need to worry. There is no need for dread. It's just time to discuss the thing at the foot of the bed.
What's out there? What creates the shadows in the corners or the creatures of the dark? Who are those on the other side? What do they have to say? This is the Gateway Podcast. This is not your normal style of paranormal talk radio. Brought to you live from United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM New Orleans.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that helps you find happiness, success, and balance in your work and life. I'm Adriana Fiestra, your host for this journey into entrepreneurship and personal growth. We're broadcasting live on 107.7 and 105.3 FM in New Orleans as part of the United Public Radio Network. We explore the latest strategies, insights, and stories from successful entrepreneurs and experts. From managing stress to building a thriving business, we've got you covered.
Hi, I'm Brittany Ashley, your host of Breaking Norms, Building Dreams, your guide through this transformative journey in both business and life. This is your place crafted for dreamers, doers, or anyone who has been told they can't. Get ready as we challenge those narratives together. You're tuning in live to the United Public Radio Network, airing on 105.3 and 107.7 FM in New Orleans. We are streaming on all the popular platforms every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me for a candid and thought-provoking conversation celebrating your unique journey because you are worth it.
Adrian!
Oh, Trump! No, Trump! Ladies and man.
I can't see you, Adrian, but I can smell you. Where are you? And look at that.
So is that JD knocking out Zelensky, man?
Yeah, it is.
Like he wanted to get up and smack his ass. You know that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Oh my God, he's a Marine. Like one Marine said on TikTok, JD could stomp at me.
I don't know. Vance was right about Zelensky challenging policy in front of the cameras, and that's how he plays to. You know, they don't have time for that shit. So whatever, man. I see one side trying to make peace. I don't know what Zelensky's saying.
And welcome everyone to News on the Flipside. I hope y'all enjoyed a little Rocky coming in there. That was for our president. and our vice president and Mr. Zelensky, president, whoever the hell he is. I wouldn't have wanted to be there if I was saying it looked like, he might have got his ass kicked. I mean, JD looked pissed. Rubio looked confused. Did y'all see Markio? Markio was like this.
Rubio's trying to get out of there.
I was like, dude, Mark, it's gonna be okay, dude. Calm down.
How about the ambassador from Ukraine putting her head in her hands? Like, why?
Well, because this was a little weird. I know Trumpy was pissy with the guy to start off with, but it all started. So everybody always wanted to bring it inside. That's not where it started. It started when he showed up without a suit on. So right off the bat, Trump and JD said, "Well, he's not taking this seriously." I mean, that's what they thought right off the bat. And Trump's even said it. You don't own a suit, or you didn't think it was important enough to wear a suit. And somebody asked him, "Do you even own a suit?" So I mean, you're going around the world begging for money. You're trying to sign a deal with America, not only to protect your ass, but to be there after this war is over to help you rebuild. And you're going to come demanding. What kind of little bitch are you? Look, liberals, if y'all are backing this guy, y'all are pathetic. I mean, this guy is trying to tell the most powerful country in the world what to do. And I'm thinking to myself, you got to be stupid, dude. No, and not Trump. He might have got away with it. And see, that's a problem. With Biden, it was probably, I'll give it to you, man. Don't slap me, I'm old. But that's not Trump. Trump's like, what the? And JD was even worse. I mean, JD, I thought there for a minute. JD got all bowed up. Just leaned up like, what you said, more? What you said, more? What you said?
You ungrateful bastard.
Oh man, it looked bad there for a minute, my friend. It looked bad. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They let it play out a little bit.
I love it, man.
I thought JD was gonna go off the cots.
It's real. It's not scripted, man. It's not fake. It's not scripted. It's real. That was real politics right there.
Now, whatever side you're on this president, you got to give him balls for doing that. He did not have to do that. He could have brought that into the Oval Office and left it at that.
I'm on my side, dude. I'm on my side who has got to go shopping every day and pay my damn bills. And I see, the crime and the nonsense and the BS, all the stuff that Democrats have allowed. Your guess is as good as mine. Why they wanted the worst of the worst of the worst to rise to the top, I don't know. Why they protect cop killers, I don't know. Why they don't support the American working person, I don't know. But whatever, man. But tonight, the planets are aligning, you're right, for the first time. I don't know how long. The Pope is ready to die. All that prophecy is coming together. There's all kinds of conspiracy people going crazy, man. Crazy. People are writing me emails.
The Antichrist is in the White House, man. Oh shit, I'm scared, man.
What do you think's gonna happen, man?
Man, it's looking bad. It's looking bad, people. World War IV. So it's gonna be so bad. We're gonna fucking skip World War III and go right to World War IV, man.
World War 16.
We're just gonna fucking skip it. We're gonna be like, oh, you think you got some weapons? Watch this. Whoa, that whole continent just disappeared. What the fuck happened?
Here come the aliens. There's gonna be aliens now.
Wait, look at this cute bastard. Hey, cute guy, what are you doing?
Hey guys,
on the road.
All right.
Oh, they're not too bad.
Okay.
What happened?
He got pro.
There we go. I just figured I'd pop in for a minute, say hi. We're about 2.5 hours from Nashville. When we get there, I'll get back on.
Oh, cool, Nashville. All right. Cool, y'all camping out in Nashville?
Yeah, we're going to get our pictures taken at the Grand Ole Opry.
What's up with the cops, man? They're all over this.
Yeah, but it's really hard to hear in a loud, noisy truck. So,
what?
Have a good show. I'll see you guys in a few.
Okay, for you country girls, Jay is pregnant, okay? So
yes, I'm still pregnant from the alien probing.
Keep your hands
We'll talk about that on Saturday if I can.
You gotta stop and
be good, man. We'll talk to you. Be safe, baby.
I'll see you.
See you, Jay.
It's y'all know that's Jay McNichols. He co-hosts on he co-hosts on this show, but he also co-hosts a couple others. But he's Jeffrey Pritchard's co-host on the Church of Maybes.
And they visited the island.
if anybody knows what day the end days come in Maybes does, so y'all be aware. Him and Wham. They know.
I think whenever you kick the bucket is going to be the day.
Hey, Marquetti, how are you, buddy?
Pretty much it.
Hey,
what's
listen,
that, Jimmy?
Why don't we bring Pritchard
Howdy.
Who?
Jeffrey. Why don't we bring him on? Send him a link.
Oh God, not him.
Jeffrey don't like to come on the air with us for some reason.
He doesn't. He's not good talking politics.
He don't like being slapped around.
We love him, but he's just not good talking politics.
He won't talk paranormal. He's great, but you bring him on this kind of stuff, we make him nervous. But even though the first 3 years he did the whatchamacallit show with us. Of course, 2 of those shows he did Obama won, so it made it easier on him as guy one, but still. Yeah. One of them Bush won. Yeah, Bush, yeah, Bush. I did not vote
realistic. You can't be unrealistic and come on the show.
Yeah, Frankie G. I did not vote for Bush his second term, and I did not vote for Obama his second term. I did vote for both of them in their first term, but you know what? I voted for Reagan in both terms and Clinton in both terms.
I voted for Ralph Nader, man. That was my Nader choice.
My Nader choice. It's what do you mean, Carly? So you thought Trump wasn't polite? No, he wasn't. He was rude to the guy.
Rude? I think that he kind of answered a demand. You know what I mean? And Trump is reactionary. He's very real. Yeah. I like the fact that he's real. He's not some fake polished knob in a suit that's gonna go ha 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 whatever. He's like, listen, mofo, you come here looking like that, acting like that. I'm gonna slap your ass all the way back to Ukraine, all the way back with no money. You know what? Papa ain't gonna give you any money. It was like a teenager asking, Dad, can I have some money and going out with this girl? No, I'm not giving you anything because you're getting no job. I'm not giving you anything. And then he's like, because Trump is like, because you hate. He's like, you're hating Putin. You guys hate each other. You're not going to get anywhere hating each other. There's got to be some kind of compromise. There's got to be something to give. I'm trying to make peace here. You know, like he's all with the peace. Trump. You know what? I think he did the right thing. And I actually don't even like Trump, but man, I'm liking him lately because I think she got shot in the head. He kind of is on a different path in a weird way. And he said what everybody was really feeling in their gut about this guy Zelensky. And then here he is with his freaking hand out, right? But not willing to solve a problem. People are dying, man. You know, yeah, he's safe, but people die.
Well, he tried to say that, Trump was part of the problem in 2019. So, he signed a deal with Putin in 2019 for non-aggression. Well, the whole time Trump was president, Putin didn't do anything. So I don't know what the guy's talking about.
It was a stalemate. They should have moved on it, though. You know why they didn't move on it? Because of all the Trump stuff with the Ukraine and the Democrats. The Democrats attacked Trump the entire time he was in there to the point it was actually damn un-American. They were getting in the way of the job of the president of the United States of America with all these false attacks. We know now that all these charges are false. All the accusations are false. All the committees they put together were on false pretenses. The time and the money they wasted, and also the embarrassment of this country is what the Democrats did. That's what they wrought. You know what I mean? But Trump's idea back then was to rent Crimea, from the Ukraine to the Russians and try to solve the problem that way. But Putin's angle was saying, okay, you got Zelensky and these separatists that are fighting. They're slaughtering people in these villages, and there's all this going on for all that time. They never stopped. There was no ceasefire. There was no nothing. And then they amassed on the border, and then nobody did anything about it. Nobody. Biden didn't say, well, okay, we'll put a stop to it now. No, let's wait and see what happens. Go ahead. Let's wait and see what happens. Amass on the border. I don't know. So this is where we are today, though. And you got Trump in there. He's just in office, just in there, and already he's solving all these damn problems. But you know what, man? He's on it. He's on it. He didn't wait. He's like, oh, let's wait a year until we see it. No, let's wait a year and a half. He didn't wait. He's on it today, right now. We're going to solve this problem. And he looked at Zelensky. He's like, you don't have the cards. He's like, right now, you don't have the cards. Trump is saying, listen, dude, you don't have the money. We're the ones with the money, so you need to listen to us because this is important. This is beyond your hate and your anger, beyond the leader's hate. I think that there's no better peace talk than that right there. So I'm going to say this, man.
Hey, do you guys think it was a setup by Trump and Vance?
No, that was real emotion. Vance was pissed.
Yeah, Vance was pissed, man. He was pissed.
He wanted to put his foot up that guy's ass.
He was kind of like, dude, look, you don't talk to the president like that. I will personally put my foot up your ass. That's pretty much. Actually, man, if he wasn't, one of them Ivy League boys, that guy might have got his ass kicked. I mean,
take him for a walk in the bayou, right, Joe?
Well, it's okay to argue with our president, but you're a shithole country. You're going to talk down to the most powerful man in the world. I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, I don't know what to tell you that. That's just stupid.
Using that moment to play politics to the media, that's what pissed him off too. Is that he was kind of staging, Zelensky, and that's when Vance was like, rawr, like Trump's pit bull. He was like,
he is. Think about it. I believe JD is his pit bull, man.
Well,
I mean, really,
he was pissed. Anybody out there?
He's too emotional. You know what? He's actually too emotional to be president. I made that choice while I was watching this. Like not Trump, because Trump is Trump. But Trump doesn't even when Trump gets pissed, he doesn't let his emotions make his decisions for him. But I think JD Vance would. So we got to see what happens with it. But that's my assessment just from that very short little.
Well, we got 4 years. We got time to temper his little ass down.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
He'll get smacked once or twice, and he'll realize you can't act like a complete and utter ass.
So right now, as we're speaking, the Ukrainian parliament is gathering and looking to get rid of Zelensky. They're looking to impeach him because they're saying that he's getting in the way of the peace in that country. Their eyes are open. They see this. So, there's a lot of power players in there, man. People that are looking to move to the top and get him out. If that's Putin's main problem, Zelensky or whatever, hey, man.
Well, I mean, come on. First off, he was a comedian. I'm not hating on actors because, I mean, we've had several get into politics that turned out to be decent. But, I mean, this guy he wasn't even a funny comedian.
He wasn't even funny.
I'm not even sure what he was doing. Well, I'm not even sure he was doing it that day. He was tiptoeing around in that red, whatever thing he had on was. I mean, really.
Lingerie. He was wearing lingerie. He played the piano with his penis for 5 minutes, man. I mean, so that's the guy who runs the Ukraine. This is the guy who's all.
And you wonder why? I mean, so all together now he's gotten, I don't know, $500 billion in all kind of weapons, and you wonder why the guy don't want to have an election. I mean, come on. I think it's time for the election, and he might win. I mean, maybe the people there think he's doing a good job. But you still, I mean, we wouldn't have an election either in a major war, and I guess that is a major war for them.
But have you ever noticed that you don't hear from the Ukrainian people? You don't see them. They interview the ones that are here in the U.S. from Ukraine originally, or they don't even have accents. You know what I mean? They're just people that are. They actually, ABC was looking for liberals to vent. That's what they were looking for. They were looking for liberal Ukrainians to vent. And then the reality is. Those same Ukrainians should say, well, damn, without the U.S., this would have been over a long time ago. They don't have the staying power against Russia and Russia's economy. They just don't. Russia's technology, they don't. So, and without our money, they got nothing. They got a little bits and pieces. Even the F-16s, dude. You know how long it takes to train pilots to fly an F-16, especially to be great. Years and years of training, man. Years. It's not in a day. So their strength is cheap drones and cheap stuff. And trying to do that, the war has got to come to an end. They need to heal. They need to heal the whole area.
Well, what they're hoping is, and the EU sounds like they might do it. EU's talking about putting troops on the ground. Well, that's World War III. And you know what? And the bitch part for the EU is if they go over there and start World War III, I don't know if the United States is going to back them or not.
You already got North Korea.
I'm thinking, look, dude, don't go start World War III. We're all wanting to end the war, and you're wanting to go, because I understand, they feel for Zelensky because it is I understand a feeling for the Ukraine, not so much Zelensky, but the Ukraine, I can understand because it is a free nation in Europe, and it does need to be allowed to be free. And Russia really does need to give back its territory it's taken and at least rent Crimea. I mean, that would be the right thing to do. I mean, Putin's not got that much longer. He might get another 6 years if he's lucky, if someone don't kill him somewhere else on the line. Or somebody just doesn't get tired of his ass and take him out that way. But regardless, they've got to. No, he hasn't. I mean, he could have took him out, and he hasn't. So I'm not exactly sure even what Russia's doing. In most places, they've got embarrassed, like their little navies, and got sunk. How many ships over there now? 7 in the Black Sea.
So we haven't learned anything from Vietnam. Yes,
we have. We have. We don't fight unless we go to win anymore. We proved that with Desert Storm. We don't play around. If we're going to go in,
getting involved, but we did it. We gave Zelensky all kinds of weapons.
Yeah, but that's not us. We're not there.
He wouldn't have lasted this long without us.
No, I agree I agree, but we're not. Technically, we're not involved. We don't have soldiers on the ground. We don't even have.
It's sucking us in. And then we did have soldiers there training their soldiers. So, but they weren't in the fighting capacity. But now you have you got North Korea, you got other entities looking to get in there. So whatever, man. There needs to be solved. The war can't continue.
Actually, most of the training was done here in the U.S.
Trump is calling for a ceasefire. He's like, it all starts with a ceasefire, and then we negotiate. And Zelensky's throwing up the wall. He's the one saying, no, really? I mean, he should jump at a ceasefire. Jump at that. But this guy is small-minded, man. You can just listen to him talk for a few minutes. You understand what he's all about. He plays the media. Vance is right. This is what he does. Vance and Trump are very real. They're very real, and they don't pull punches, man. They're just like, this is the way it is. This is the way it's going to be. And I like that, man. I like that point A to point B mentality in government, since we've never had that. It's always been, let's go this way, go that way, or whatever, and get that committee to that. No, man, this is the way it's going to be. We want peace now.
Micah, you can find links to what we're talking about on YouTube or anywhere, really. It's still all in the news. No, they I've watched it entirety 3 or 4 times. What I did is I watched it in the U.S. and then I went and watched to see what the Europeans and the Canadians and the Australians had to say about what was going on. And most of what's going is, okay, they're nervous about a couple of things. One, not all the Europeans, but some of the Europeans think that we're tossing them to the curb, and they're now going to be responsible for everything, all their own defense, which they should be anyway. And the U.S. isn't going to have any other dealings with them other than trade deals. We're not going to be involved. Also, they don't think the U.S. is going to keep its role in democracy around the world, that we're going to retreat back to the U.S. and allow China and Russia to have a slice of the pie.
This is democracy. This is democracy.
But I understand their point about letting Russia and China have any more power. That's dangerous, even to us. That's not a good way of looking at the world, because China's dangerous.
How it gives them more power. I think that.
Yeah, because we pulling our bases back. Yeah, anytime you give somebody room to expand, right now there's nowhere for them to go. You can't go rolling into Europe without hitting an American base somewhere. And if you hit an American base, you drug us into a war. China and Russia don't want to do that.
Trump's contention was, we'll support you as long as you get on the road to peace. If you don't get on the road to peace, then we're not going to support you.
Yeah, well, he's talking
all right. Let me ask you guys this question. I'm sorry for interrupting. It's been confusing me all day. I'm hearing about the EU just wanting to go and help out Ukraine. Why?
That's what they're going to do. They're going to put troops there. That's what they're talking about.
I know,
because the U.S. is pulling. Because the U.S. is pulling out. And we're pulling out because they were. Yeah, no, Trump. No, Trump did. He did. Trump said,
we're going to wait and see.
Trump said, if we don't get a trade deal, we're leaving. He said that more than once. As of right now, we don't have a trade deal, which means there ain't no more money going to the Ukraine, and there's no more help going to the Ukraine. That's it. As of right now, they're cut off. So I don't know exactly. So the Europeans are thinking, okay,
Germany had some bad things to say about U.S. I don't understand why.
Because we're making them grow up and take care of it. This is like, Europe is like the kid you've had who's lived with you till he's 30 or 40, and then you finally get him out of your house. That's what this is like.
Okay.
Because we've been supporting Europe. So think of it this way: the European nations haven't had to develop militaries, just like Canada hasn't had to develop a military. So they've been able to spend more money on healthcare and other things, other qualities of life that the U.S. really can't, because we spend $1 trillion a year on military, not so much to protect us because we're on this side of the world, but to protect them. So all we're saying now is that we want you to pay your fair share in NATO, which should be 5%, not 2.5%, and that you should build a military comparable to the size of the United States in Europe, because technically Europe's bigger than the U.S. It has 450 million people. So why not? They have just as good a plane builders as we do, or ship builders as we do. England will probably stay tangled in with us the way they are because of the way they are, and France will probably too, and Germany probably will in the end, but because Germany's got to make a coalition government, which the number one coalition is Catholic, so they got their hands full over there. But Trump's making people nervous. The Europeans have never had to do this before. They've always relied on us to do this.
All
and
of
they're
the
going to be
European
pissed.
governments are turning conservative, including France. The conservative parties are winning across the board. So there's the tide is turning. People are voting with their common sense. Common sense, isn't it? It's just common sense.
But that's why Trump should stay and make sure he's helping those new conservative fledglings out to make sure they blossom. But right now, he doesn't want to.
Part of NATO, we're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? We're all good. Zelensky's not part of NATO. Israel's not part of NATO either, for that matter.
He's he don't know. I don't know if we're going to stay part of NATO. He's also threatening to leave the UN. So, and frankly, I don't really give a fuck if we leave the UN. To be honest with you, NATO is different though. NATO is what keeps the world peace.
Let me ask you, man. Both you guys are around my age. Has the UN ever accomplished anything in our lives? Has the UN ever accomplished anything?
Wiped out all pots. It helped to wipe out.
Remember that Kofi Annan, right? Remember that dude? He's gone now. He's dead. But remember, Kofi Annan was the head, and then they caught him funneling all that that money from Iraq into his bank account. When it was supposed to be oil for food, and it was oil for him instead. They're all crooked, all of them. But I know driving around New York City when those cars with diplomatic plates blast past you, they cut you off, and then whatever, and there's no laws or rules for them, and people resent the hell out of that. That's kind of the same gut feeling you get when you see your money going to a country like the Ukraine, who wouldn't be there for us. If we had a problem, man, they wouldn't be there for us. They just want the handout. The guy wants now he's used to the big money. All the Hollywood stars kissing his ass, all this stuff. But the reality is his soldiers are dying in the field. Russian soldiers, North Korean soldiers, civilians are dying, and they're in Ukraine, all those old cities, some of them have crumbled. That they need to rebuild their infrastructure. Zelensky needs to think about its citizens, not just him. He needs to consider the people of Ukraine, not just him. But if one party hates the other party, shit, that's been going on for years with all kinds of countries, right? One country hates another country, they fight. Yeah. And then what? 600 years, and people still have a grudge. So you got to get over it, man, to the point where you can just live and survive, right?
The end of the world as we know it. I'll tell you what, it's a dangerous place right now. Anything and its mama could go down. I think Trump is in his element of making deals. I'm not so much worried about Trump. There's things that Trump can't control, like what Europe's going to do. What happens if Europe goes to there and blows up a bunch of North Koreans? Oh shit, man! Come on, we are. If we're not World War III, we're right on the edge of it.
They're blowing up North Koreans with our weapons. It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. If you're not pulling the trigger, it's not the same thing.
If I was Russian,
but then again, everybody in the world would blame Trump because Europe, launched on North Korea. So Trump, it was his fault.
Of course, it'll be Trump's fault because he didn't go over there and save him. So one of the problems Zelensky has is he wanted security with American troops on the ground there. And Trump said, well, we don't really need to do that if we have infrastructure going on there because that is security for y'all. No one's going to attack American infrastructure because it's an attack on the United States, which is true. So Russia's not going to launch an attack and kill a bunch of Americans because he knows what's coming next. It's not going to be, oh, hello. It's going to be, oh, you're in deep shit. Before he even knows what's going on, half his cities will be bombed. It's just, so he's not going to take that kind of chance. But Zelensky's not smart enough to understand that. He wants troops there, which will only escalate things because if you put, American troops there sooner or later, and our troops are well trained because they've fought many wars now, but still somebody's going to get killed. And then if we don't go, they said, okay, the Europeans they want to do a peacekeeping force and put like from 8 different countries this time.
Police action, right?
Yeah.
Vietnam.
So no, they just want to close the border where it is right now, and put troops along that border. And of course, if you attack those troops, and that's an active war against all those nations. Well, Russia can't go starting a bunch of war with Europe. He's not that secure right now. He'd have to get China involved, and of course, getting China involved means getting us involved. So it's just that's not where anybody wants to go. And I'm not even sure China is going to take the chance of getting into a nuclear war. I mean, they're just coming into their own. Why get sent back 5,000 years because you picked the wrong side? So I don't know. It's one of the things we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, if they think they can take us, but you're not going to be able to take everybody. Any way it goes is, everybody always talks about the United States nukes and the Russian nukes, but there's, 8 other countries that have nukes. They can easily, so blow them the hell up. India has nukes. England has nukes. France has nukes.
Pakistan
has nukes. And so
Israel
and Iran might. Israel has nukes. Israel's got nukes, so I can nuke Iran. Is really why it has nukes. But what do you mean Saudi Arabia? Don't want to nuke. They just signed a peace treaty. Trump got a peace treaty signed with them last time he was in, and there would be another peace treaty right now, but the Arab nations are saying they don't want to sign a peace treaty unless the Gazans are given guaranteed something, where they're going to be. And right now, Trump is not willing to give up the Gaza Strip. So I don't exactly know what's going to go on there. And I don't even know why Trump's involved in that, because the U.S. technically has no dog in this hunt. Nothing there belongs to us. We don't have, unless Israel gifts it to us and says, okay, we're going to give you this piece of land. And then I don't know after that, that's a whole different thing. What's that, Jackie? Why? I really don't have a problem with the Palestinians living there. They're the ones that seem to have a problem. Every time they live there, they go kill a bunch of Israelis. Yeah, I mean, that's how it's always been. Because they're not satisfied with what they have. They want more. So they kill a bunch of, and Israelis push back and people start getting killed again. It's retarded.
Big Daddy Trump's gonna slap him down, man. He's gonna go out. Slap him down.
The Middle East has been the boil on this planet's ass for 6,000 years. It needs to be
Big
lanced.
Johnny. I'll tell you, man, in a game of Risk, it always ends up there, and then basically the Ukraine. Nobody ever wants the Ukraine in the Risk. You ever notice that? But it always ends up there. And here we are.
No, Christopher, that's the Middle East. The horse is up to blood up to a horse's bridle. That's in somewhere in the Middle East. That's the guy with the blue turban. That's why you can't call Trump the Antichrist, because the Antichrist city arises, a golden city arises from the desert, and the guy who rules it. No, the guy who ruled it he wears a blue turban and a blue robe. But this guy hasn't shown up yet, so I would say it was Dubai too, but the guy hasn't shown up that they're talking about. So they're thinking now there are new cities being built in the Middle East that are going to rival Dubai. And of course, if Trump builds this one he's talking about in Gaza, that one would also, and it'd be right there in the Holy Land, no less. Holy
Antichrist in office, planets aligned, Pope dying tonight, King Charles, man, is the king and all that other stuff, and he's going to die. All right. Then what's
cats and dogs making love? I mean, it's
the world's just cats and dogs making love. What's going to happen?
It's no, Jimmy. It's weird, dude. It's. My wife said I've been using it too much, so it's strange. Oh yeah, 5 years now. The big D, yeah.
When you're alone. Hey man, I'm all for it, because you know what? All three of us here are entropy fiends, man, and we love it. Tornado, explosion, monster truck goes out of control at one of those rallies. I'm there, man. I want to see it. I'm there. I want to see it. I want to taste it. I want to feel it. I want to buy the snow cone on the corner of that accident, man. I want to be like, when the news comes around, what do you think of it, sir? I'm going to be like, oh, that's crazy. And run off.
Oh, that's all too long.
Joe, what's he smoking tonight, man?
Crazy. I'll be like, back it. Run out.
Joe, what's he smoking tonight, man?
Something better than anybody else is, that's for sure. He's got some of that gangster magic.
Pull your pants.
So let's see. We might have to go through this clip.
That guy just moved us. And man, he had an ugly ass.
He's on the good stuff, man. He's on the good stuff, man. He needs to share that shit. We need the little self-transporter things that you transport our shit around. Oh no, Jack, we got some stuff. We got some clips, some weird shit. But we're gonna play, and let me see if I can find this.
We should play the exchange between Trump and Zelensky, man.
Oh no, I can't. If I hear it again, I'm gonna probably jump off a fucking bridge.
Do we have to listen to her?
Just calm down. It ain't all about her now. And you love her. You got the hots.
No, I don't.
He's fooling y'all. He wants to have her babies, or she have his. Anyway, somebody's having fucking babies anyway. But no, I think Rubio's on this one. This is the one I wanted to hear. Let's see.
I can't hear.
I don't hear anything either. No, that's why.
He was National Security Advisor to Donald Trump during the events that led to Trump's first impeachment. John Bolton, hello. I want to play some sound that you and I were talking about. This is Marco Rubio and others on Putin and Zelensky before today's Oval Office ambush.
Oh, see what that's what the liberal news is calling
an organized crime figure who controls a government in a large territory. There's no other way to describe Vladimir Putin.
I think this entire invasion has been irrational. It's hard to understand what is actually being fed into Putin in terms of intelligence and reporting and how much of his own propaganda he believes.
What's at stake is repelling an authoritarian who basically is saying, I want the Soviet Union back, I want Ukraine back, I want Kiev back. And then what's at stake is making sure we don't allow
they just selected MSNBC just selects anything they want.
War than that.
Fighting a clearly defined.
No, she looks hot. Look at her.
Look at her. No, she's like, oh god,
she is loaded, man. Wow.
That I've seen, and I think
either she's loaded or crying. One or the other. Maybe they're firing her.
Aggression and
John Bolton, you can suck my lefty, man.
Oh, I don't.
Weapons and you've kicked their ass.
A diaper this leak-free?
Oh, here we go.
Find another one, dude. Find another one.
I'm actually looking for something in this one. Hold on.
The White House must have put out. Unfortunately, I see a lot of Republicans talking about it. But as I said, today was
meeting today.
MSNBC, you suck a big
weenie. He's interested in only doing what it is that he believes as a.
Yeah, we don't know what the hell you were talking about, so we're just gonna let you shut up.
John Bolton's pissed off anyway because Trump took his security clearance away.
Oh yeah, so adios amigos, dumb boy, and. Well, that's why you can't listen to anything. Japanese new leader pushes nuclear weapons and he wants to join NATO and have nuclear weapons. Oh no, Japan, no. I think there's a rule about you not having those kind of weapons, especially since we bombed the living shit out of you. No. No nuclear weapons for Tokyo. No, I'm sorry. No. That's a big fucking
huge poop. I think a lot of people would, but man, times change though. Times change, man. You know what I mean? Like, look at all these years later, and all these countries that hate each other all together. The European Union, which was Hitler's dream, and then he got it in a weird way. You know what I mean? But I think that. You got to give people the benefit of the doubt, and if people are moving in the right direction, not the wrong direction, that's positive. Germany's got a lot of areas that the police can't go, that people can't go, that are full of these migrants that are firmly in control. So does Sweden. There's a huge problem going on there, as a matter of fact, because of these groups within these cities. So they need to get a handle on their own stuff in their own country. And a lot of Jews are trying to go back to Germany. A lot of German Jews, people with roots. It's a lot cheaper in Germany, in Berlin. They're flocking to Berlin. Believe it or not, it's called the chocolate pudding movement because there's a chocolate pudding they make there in Germany that is like a Jewish treat. And then in Israel, it's really hugely expensive. So they're calling to say they're moving there for the cheaper chocolate pudding. It's kind of funny, but people move around, man. People moving out, people moving in. You know what I mean?
So much.
Look at New Orleans. Look how a storm changed New Orleans. You know, I mean,
and it changed, and the sad part is it changes for the better.
That's not sad. It's great. It's great. A storm comes along. Ray Nagin, who was the mayor of New Orleans at the time, he said that was God was punishing them because of Trump. Remember that? That was something like that was like God's punishing them.
Yeah, that was Bush, yeah, but it's Chocolate City.
That guy was crazy, man.
Yeah, he got a lot of shit when he called it the Chocolate City, man. And a lot of people got upset. And I remember somebody called him downtown. Oh yeah, because he had his hands into everything. Yeah. I mean, every contract that went on in the city, he had a piece of. You know, you want a contract here, 10%, man. You want a contract here, 10%, man. You want a contract here, 10%, man.
Adams in New York City, he was just about to be raked over the hot coals, and Trump saved him. Trump saved him. And yeah, man. But Adams is dirty. He's dirty. I'm not sure if saving him was a good idea, but he's dirty all day long. Andrew Cuomo's looking to run he's talking about it.
Yeah, I heard him give a thing the other day, but he's got a lot of heavy baggage too. So I don't know. I mean, only one way to find out.
We've seen them both past baggage. I mean,
oh yeah, we've seen them both past baggage. There's no doubt about that. And
Cuomo, I think, would actually be a good leader of New York City. I think that he'd be. He's actually Andrew Cuomo. He's pretty moderate. So I mean, he was governor, until that sex stuff happened. He didn't have to resign. He did resign, because of accusations. But he's a single guy, charismatic. A lot of women throw themselves at him, But then all the Me Too comes out and goes after him. I'm not going to defend the guy because I wasn't there, But I know that just political wise, I mean, he's got other stuff. The COVID deaths kind of following him.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, it'll be tough. We're gonna play this right quick. This is just completely off topic, by the way.
Yeah,
this is nothing politically related. Well, it's Elon Musk, I guess, and maybe it is politically related, but this is actually he finally got a Starship in space, and it made some orbits on the planet. I was wondering when he was going to actually achieve this. Have y'all ever seen how big this thing is? This fucking thing is huge. When there's humans standing next to it, they look like ants.
This achievement is a significant step toward realizing Musk's vision of making space travel accessible to everyone. Starship is designed to be a fully reusable spacecraft,
so we can take Sean to Mars.
He should make it into a garbage truck and take all the
Mars don't exist, dude.
Its successful orbital flight marks a major breakthrough in space exploration and could revolutionize how humanity travels beyond Earth. Built by SpaceX, Starship represents the culmination of years of research, engineering, and trial and error, showcasing the potential of private space companies.
That thing looks like a giant needle, like you hit something that would pop it.
The successful journey into space proves that reusable rockets and spacecraft are no longer a distant dream. This achievement brings Musk's plan for interplanetary colonization closer to reality, with Starship playing a key role in transporting people and supplies to distant planets. The Starship prototype reached its intended orbit after launching from SpaceX's facility in Texas, marking a historic moment for both the company and space industry as a whole.
Shit faces.
The success of this mission shows that we are no longer limited by the technological constraints that once made space travel prohibitively expensive. SpaceX aims to make Starship capable of carrying 100 passengers on missions to Mars, which could become a reality in the near future. Reaching orbit is a crucial step in the spacecraft's development, as it proves that Starship can withstand the harsh conditions of space travel.
I don't understand that either.
After the success of the orbital flight, engineers will focus on refining the spacecraft's landing capabilities.
Well, dude, you know what? We're sorry for y'all. If you're not going to show us the real thing, we just don't give a shit. Why thousands of Americans are settling their tax debits, we don't give a shit about that either. Y'all go somewhere. Previously unforeseen phenomena spotted in the galaxy 12.9 billion light years away. All right, that's cool, but I ain't even going to bother putting that up on the screen because it's 12.9 billion light years away. It's no one's going to get to see that again. Ooh, what's this? This might be interesting. Oh, they got all these lunar landers going to. So SpaceX is sending 2 different lunar landers to the moon right now for 2 different companies. These things sound badass. I think one of them is Australian built, if I remember right, but they sound pretty badass, and it's going to be the next wave of running around on Mars and running around on the moon. So one of them looks like when it's the prototype for the one they want to put on Mars should be able to do up to 60 miles an hour. So that would be cool. make some time for a change. Because the only thing that goes fast there right now is the helicopter, and I don't even think it's flying anymore.
Why don't they just make an elevator? That sound weird.
Yeah.
A tube. Can we have a tube like that starts around the moon, and then you can just go in there and it sucks you up, suck zone, suck you right to Mars.
Suck you right to Mars.
You get sucked to Mars. You get sucked.
Give them time. They're going to find a way to do it because the engines they got right now, they're saying could get them to Mars in about 6 months. And there's actually supposed to be some new ones coming out that should be able to get them there in 2 to 3 months. That's a much better trip ratio. And then, see, Elon's always wanted to do this so you could go and come. His goal is to build 100 of these, have 50 going one way, 50 going the other way all the time, constantly building and feeding the new colony. That way it reaches millions quickly. And, it's guaranteed to survive then. So that's what his goal is.
Whenever, this is my problem. Whenever we forward and we go out, it's for a reason. Gold mining or something that's tangible that we're going to be able to make money off of to make those trips possible. Otherwise, it's just joyrides going to Mars. There's really no other reason to be there if there's not a reason to be there. You know what I mean? Like, it comes down to purpose. I remember like last week we talked about, or was it even Wednesday, we talked about aliens and purpose. That if there's an advanced species, what's their purpose? What do they do every day? What do they like to do? Like, everybody's got one. Our purpose, a lot of it is about our survival. We got to go out, work, make money, eat, and pay our bills and whatever. However you get your food and that type of thing. It's actually pretty simple. But going to Mars, Joe, what's the purpose?
There's lots of reasons. Okay, number one purpose is so we don't become extinct.
But how are we going to become non-extinct? Going to the moon. Going to Mars.
Because one of these days, it's right now, like today, according to the apocalypse clock, it's 2 minutes till midnight. So that's how close we are to non-existence on this planet. So the idea is to have a colony that will already a united colony. That way there's not multiple governments there. And if we do blow up the planet, they survive. And not only do they survive, but they survive in a better way.
I kind of think that humans are looked upon as like an infectious disease, or fleas on the dog type of situation,
In the galaxy,
why are we so good? Why do we need to survive? What do we do that's so amazing? What kind of legacy do we have? What kind
it's
of
not
legacy
about that. It's built into our genes to survive. It's what we are. It's who
just
we
like
are.
every animal on the planet, though.
Just like every animal on the planet. It's in our genes to survive. We need to survive. We need to thrive. We need to survive. That's who we are. We need to procreate. We need to go.
But unlike all the animals on the planet, humans are the only animals on the planet that actually strive to be better than what they actually are. Some anyway. I would like to think a large percentage, which is interesting because that gives us more freedoms. Because a deer is happy being a deer. A deer is not saying, "Hey, I'm going to be a better deer today. I'm going to challenge myself to be a bigger buck." You know what I mean? Like something like that. A cat's happy being a cat. Is a cat. Is a dog. Is a dog. But humans are different. Humans can strive to be bigger, to be better, to push themselves. And I think that's part of it too. But I was just thinking, I was thinking about death the other day, and what do you take with you? What do you take with you? You see all these reincarnation stories of these kids with great abilities, playing the piano or whatever, or they have mathematical genius at 6 years old, 5 years old. Kids who remember a past life with details, names, all that they've actually tracked those people down and followed them through. Very interesting stuff going on with that research, But what do you take with you? Think about it, your talents and your abilities. Physical ability, probably not, but if you're a great swimmer and you're born again in some other life, you probably would be too. You probably would have that kind of a propensity to do something like that. But think about the talents, what you learn, the things that improve us, the things that make us better, and then people say, when you have all these problems and you die and get reincarnated.
That's if you believe in incarnation, man.
Yeah, but if you have all these problems and you die and you get reincarnated, then you don't take those problems with you. But there's many people that.
What makes you think reincarnation is real?
You've done all these past life regressions, man. I listen to you, Joe. I listen to you.
Man, you ain't putting that on me.
We've had many shows who talked about. My memory still works from that weed.
Yes,
you know what I mean? We've had many
memory
shows
works, all right.
of past life regression talk, where you have groups of people that got together and went and did it, man. And we have many conversations.
I definitely need whatever kind of drugs he's on.
You know what? My very first show.
I'm anti.
Dude. My very first show, Discovery Paranormal on United Public Radio Network. My first guest was Dick Sutphin. He's passed away since then, but Dick Sutphin was the New Age guy who found Sedona, Arizona. His life was a past life regressionist. You know, she does hypnotherapy and all that other stuff. And they're fascinating people to talk to, really. But I went to you. You're my go-to source, man. Now,
yeah, you are, Joe. You're my go-to source too.
Oh man, we got to go to break, ladies. Dumb shit is getting deep in this room right now.
People say, "I want to know shit." I say, call Joe Montalvo.
We're going.
I agree with you, Michael. 100%. Yes,
y'all pray for Jay White.
Because you've been doing this for how many years, Joe? How long you been on the radio?
I can't say.
100 years, 150.
I can't say. Since radio started.
Since Nikola Tesla invented the radio.
Yeah, Tesla and I used to sit around and
because you're an alien. Because you're an alien in our midst.
Him and I used to sit around and drink some Black Rifle.
We're gonna
coffee
help you as an alien.
Back before the VA was a thing. No, Jeffrey, we really do got to go to break. No, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, maybe less. And I don't know. We're going to play some music. Might play some Mardi Gras music. Going to play some promos.
Tesla said he was getting radio signals from space, and then they were
Tesla. This stuff Tesla said that makes you think he had visitation, but the way he ended up though was it's just a shitty thing for somebody that's so intelligent as he was.
Crazy.
Broke. Yeah. But anyway, guys,
he died the year of the Eldridge disaster, and it was Tesla and Einstein that worked on Eldridge. Tesla died; he wasn't able to finish his work, which is probably why the whole Eldridge thing failed miserably. But Tesla was staying at a hotel in Manhattan, living there actually. And he was like, what was it, 80s or something? Man, he invented a machine that could cause an earthquake, and he said when he was going to do it, he told people when, the time of day. That it was like 12 inches tall, this thing. He activated in his hotel room, and there was a 3.0 earthquake under the building in New York City. And that's what they think they took and used for those tectonic weapons to cause earthquakes and whatever. Amazing technology. The guy was amazing. But, who have we had since? We haven't. I mean, who's the scientist, right? So think about that. But, yeah.
We don't. Well, today it's a little bit different. But, like guys, we'll be back, like I said, in about 8 or 10 minutes. So please hang out and listen to some music. Actually, I think this first promo is from Laura Lee.
Hi, and thank you all for joining us today. We are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network.
The Church of Mavis Radio Show, Friday nights at 8 p.m., 7 Central, starring Jeffrey Pritchett with his co-hosts Wham and Jay McNicholas, right here on the United Paranormal Radio Network.
Welcome to Paratruth.
Welcome to Paranormal Heart Podcast with host Kat Ward.
This is the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans and 105.3 in the Gulf Coast. UPR. If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to discuss on the show, please email us at paranormal.insight.podcast@gmail.com. That's paranormal.insight.podcast@gmail.com.
Hello.
Whoa.
I am MAGA man. Are we playing something, man?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Supported on my own. Here I am. MAGA man.
How you been, Michael?
I think MAGA man.
What was your attention? Where was it?
You know what? Vance should have gotten on top of the chair and done one of those WWE jumps with his elbow into Zelensky's head. And then tag team Trump in there, and Trump could do that little dance he does. That's how bizarre. You ever see the movie Idiocracy? It's that you gotta watch it. It's that movie. It's what's going on. But I like it because I'm a freak, so of course I'm attracted to the whole situation. You know, and Zelensky, I've been waiting for someone to spank him in public. I've been waiting for somebody because he needed it. You know, he needed it. So you gotta solve the problem. You know, people getting killed. You gotta solve the problem. You know, and his country can't go forward. If he loves his country, then he'll actually step down and let somebody else come who's not hated and rebuild the country. You know.
Yeah, I agree, buddy.
Heck.
The devil went to Jamaica. He was looking to sell some weed. He was doing fine. They were standing in line. It was excellent weed indeed. When he came across this young man who was likewise peddling pot, and the devil slid down the beach to the kid and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you kind of figured I'm a reefer head, of course. And after all this time, I guess that I'm a connoisseur of sorts. Now, your stuff smells okay, but this could tranquilize a horse. I'll bet $1 million in cash against your stash because I think mine's better than yours." The boy said, "My name's Johnny, and you ain't smoked nothing yet. One hit of this grass will kick your ass. You got yourself a bet. Johnny, roll a ball of hash and make sure it's the bomb, because the devil's got the kind of stuff they smoked in Vietnam. You'll get $1 million smackaroos in cash if you can cope. But if you can't, the devil will get your dope." The devil packed a bong with a little Acapulco gold, and resin flew from his fingertips as he fired up his bowl. He filled that chamber all the way, and he took a mighty hit. And as they passed it back and forth, it gave them both a coughing fit.
That shit they let you play in this thing.
I'm telling you, dude.
When the bowl was finished, Johnny said, "Hey, man, that stuff was great, but fill your lungs with some of this and prepare to vegetate. Cannabis sativa, sweet Mary Jane. The devil's in the backyard frying his brain. Zigzag filled with a diggity dank. Hold on tight, it'll hit you like a tank. The devil nodded off because he knew that he was stoned, and he asked if he could buy an ounce of the stuff that Johnny owned. Johnny said, devil, just come on back if you ever want to catch a buzz. I done told you once, you son of a bitch, mine's the best there ever was. And they fired up doobies one by one. Ain't it gonna stop till the bag is done. Green as a bullfrog, sticky as blue.
Dedicated to Michael.
Granny, do you get high? Yes, I do.
There you go, Mike.
Oh man.
Oh,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more song and then we're back. I couldn't resist. I haven't heard that in forever. It's so we put that on. Oh, there's some weird stuff playing in the back. I gotta go turn it off. Hold on, what is that? Steve Eagle, no Steve Eagle. You can't play while we're playing this. Sorry. That was rough on me, man. Here we go. Get in the festival mood, people. That's right. Get out there and show them, you know what. Big ones, little ones, in between ones, man. Talk about coconuts.
I've been craving me a pole barn.
I need a beignet. Shit.
While you're going your lane, you ought to go see the Mardi Gras. If you go to New Orleans, you ought to go see the Mardi Gras. When you see the Mardi Gras, somebody'll tell you what's carnival for.
Yeah, my assholes tell you a different story every time.
Get your ticket in your hand. You wanna go to New Orleans. Get your ticket in your hand. You wanna go to New Orleans. You know when you get to New Orleans, somebody'll show you the Zulu King. You will see the Zulu King down on St. Claude and Dumas. Yeah. You know you see the Zulu King down on St. Claude and Dumas. And if you stay right there, I'm sure you'll see the Zulu Queen.
The boy can definitely whistle.
Bro, what is that king cake?
Oh, king cakes are great, man.
What are they?
They're like an oversized coffee. I'll tell you when we get back. They it's the ones we talk about. They stick the babies in so you can choke to death on a damn thing.
That's that cake I was talking about. They try to kill you. They try to kill you with that.
King cakes are usually welcome back everyone to News on the Flipside. I hope you all enjoyed the first hour. A little music interlude there, you know, a little Mardi Gras and going down to Jamaica since it's the season. Beware, you know. Kimberly, yes, you can smoke weed in Louisiana if you have a medical card. You don't even have to have a medical card from the state, if I remember correctly, just a medical card. So yeah, you can. You might even, in some states, you can even buy it. I'm not sure about
What
there.
do you do a New York driver's license? Does that help?
No, but all they'll probably do is well, doing Mardi Gras, they won't do you anything. They'll just tell you to throw it. They might not even tell you to throw it away. It's but normal times they'll take it and give you a ticket usually. And you know, unless you're driving, so no, you should just give you a
part
ticket.
of my religion, man. They have to honor that. Don't they?
Yeah, but you can celebrate your religion from jail is what they'll tell you. So it's you know, it's one of them things. But really, they don't like putting people in. I mean, their jails are full to start off with, so they really don't want to put you in jail for marijuana unless you're just an ass.
But in New York, you can smoke weed wherever you can smoke cigarettes, basically.
Oh, really?
Well, actually, most states you can smoke weed where you can't even smoke cigarettes. A lot of places, a lot of clubs you can vape. You can go in there. They don't tell you anything. Some even allow you to smoke marijuana as a cigarette marijuana, but they don't allow you to smoke cigarettes. Nowhere on the premise. So it's kind of I don't know. Them vapes are not good for you. So I don't know. Jimmy, don't even start with me about vapes, man. Vapes are just bad for you all the way around.
Yeah, it's gross, man. So what it does to lungs is worse than cigarettes, dude.
Yeah, it's worse. Cigarettes plus lets fungus grow in your lungs and shit, man. No, man.
What's that?
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about vapes, man. We're talking about vapes.
Vapes.
They're bad for it.
I've been vaping. For just marijuana.
No, for anything, they bad for you, man. They
Well, let me tell you something. I'll say about bullcrap. Besides me having those spots on my lung, both of my lungs, there's nothing wrong with them except for those 2 spots.
Well, they cut
I've
them
been
bitches out.
vaping. I've been vaping for 10 years now.
Yeah, but you might not abuse it like others do. It's you see people with rotted out lungs and shit, water filled lungs and
They
shit.
say cigarettes are healthier, man, just without the filter. You don't smoke with the filter. It's the fiberglass in the filter that messes people up. That's what they say.
I remember that. Yeah, that was.
I know.
Cool.
I've known a lot of people that smoke cigarettes all my life with like Chesterfields and whatever, Lucky Strikes, all that stuff without the filter, and they're still kicking. They're like freaking old men. They're like in their 90s.
Well, I smoked for about 30 years. I gave it up when I was 45. So
I could never smoke a non-filter cigarette. Could never.
I'm going to start with 90.
That's actually what I started smoking on. My grandpa used to smoke Lucky Stripes, and I used to steal them. They were non-filter. And then who was it? Somebody in the family smoked Winston with the cotton filters, not with the fiber filters. So we didn't even see fiber filters until lights came out. That's where the fiber filters started.
My father had a cigarette machine at his gas station, man. So it was like, a couple coins, bang, you get. I mean, it was cheap back then. I was a kid. I was 8 years old. I bought a pack. I was 8 years old, and then I had a pack of Marlboro, right? And then ran to his place, Candy Cane Park. Met with my friends, and I'm like, "Look, I got cigarettes, man." And then here we are, like a bunch of 8-year-olds, started trying to smoke cigarettes. Then my friend's sister Ingrid, like oldest sister, came over. She's like, "Yes." She's like, "What are you doing? You stupid! You're smoking it wrong." Like, she's like, "This is how you smoke," and she's like showing us. That's Long Island, man.
Yeah, well, back then it wasn't a thing. I mean, think about it. When I was growing up, everybody smoked everywhere. You smoked in buildings and airplanes, everywhere.
Yeah.
We had a smoking area in our high school. You know what I mean?
We did too.
Yeah,
we did too.
Yeah. So
they don't have them no more.
Yeah.
Oh no. You gotta go sit in your car and smoke now. And that's what we used to smoke weed out in the car.
They want them on the electronics. They want them on the chemical gunk.
I got a high school story to tell you. 4th period, we always had lunch, and we always smoked weed at lunch. So 5th period came around, we had English. And during the wintertime, the English teacher actually opened up all the windows because he was getting high. Oh, the marijuana smell coming off our clothes. He was getting high.
Yeah, well,
named Tyrone that would give joints out, man, to everybody. The Bosie's school bus driver. He's crazy. He was like take the corners on 2 wheels type of thing. It was wild. At Christmas, he gave out like I don't know. He took a huge bag of joints and threw it in the back of hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, weed was cheap when I was a kid, man. I mean, it was cheap.
Yeah.
You got a four finger lid for it was like $10. That's like an ounce and a half in today's world.
Yeah, but back then too, Columbia Gold, Panama Red.
Yeah, all them great flavors. I mean, they still do today, but I mean, it's Thai stick, which you don't. Every now and then I hear somebody's got some Thai, but
Afghan nuggets.
Boy, that Afghan red Ebenezer and Hass was that shit was good.
Well, in New York.
Denise, wait a minute, Denise. So this is what we're talking about is legal in 36 states, I believe. I'd have to go look and see, but between medical and recreation, I think it's like 30 states it's legal in.
Well, in New York, you can buy whatever weed you want. It just has to be grown in New York. So that's the deal there.
Well,
You know,
Mike, how would they figure that it was grown in New York?
They have licenses. They have contracts, licenses. The stores have licenses. They've cracked down on the little pot shops that opened up doing the sticker sales. They said, okay, buy the sticker for $50 and here's a quarter ounce of weed. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. So they cracked down on those. But like the shop near me, they got to have 50 or 60 different kinds, plus a whole bunch of other products, gummies and wax and whatever. And it's like a boutique. You go in, you have like a connoisseur that follows you through and then asks you what you want, what kind of high you want, whatever. They show you what this, what that, what's on sale. It's very very interesting situation, man. But coming from the world of hanging around a gas station waiting to see somebody to get some weed, and all of a sudden now you're walking into, it's like, you know what, the first time I drove into Pennsylvania and went to a fireworks store, it was a very similar feeling. Like here you are, just, instead of dealing with a guy at the pizza parlor out back for firecrackers, here you are. You're in a supermarket now, a freaking fireworks, When I went to Colorado, I stopped in a weed place just to do it, man. It was like the same feeling. Just really cool. Everybody's chilling. Nobody's like, oh, and there was 2 cops parked outside. Talk about a mind screw. Being from New York, looking to go get some weed. Here's a pot shop. There's a whole bunch of them. There's 2 cops 69ing each other out there looking at me. That's you know what? That's messed up.
Well, I tell you what, don't ever drive through Wichita, Texas if you got New York plates on your vehicle, man. They're gonna fucking stop you.
Texas is very, very unfriendly state, man, isn't it?
Yeah, not to everybody, it's not. But if you're from New York, that's very unfriendly. Matter of fact, if you're from anywhere up in the Northeast, it's an unfriendly state.
Kickers.
But if you
I didn't have a good time there. I got pulled over there. I didn't have a good time. I went out. You know what? I'm going to tell a fast story. So in 1990, I was going to go to Arizona State University. I lived on Long Island. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to just change my scenery, go out there, and it's party college. I was taking communications anyway, which, is a party degree. And then, I'm like, I'm going to go and chill. I'm on the way there. My mom was like, okay, just be careful driving across the country. One of my friends is like, are you bringing a gun? And it really hadn't dawned on me to like, yeah, I saw Easy Riders, man. I get it. You get in trouble on the highway. And I had an Uzi, right? And it was one of my favorite rifles. I had a few rifles at that time. Uzis were very cheap and easy to get at the time, so it wasn't like a big deal. So I put the Uzi in my trunk, with like 900 rounds of ammunition or something like that. And I hit the highway, So I'm cruising. I go out to Arizona, whatever. I'm out there for a little while in Casa Grande. I'm checking stuff out in Phoenix and whatever, looking around. I decided it's not for me. It's just a deserty type of place and whatever. And then, I decided to go back home and do my thing. I'm going through the border, right? And then here's the border patrol stops me. I didn't go over the border. I'm going past, on the highway there and outside of El Paso at this point. Border patrol stops me. They're stopping everybody, letting tractor trailers go. And then the guy's like, looks at me and he's like, looks at my New York driver's license, my New York Trans Am, like looking at me. And then he's like, pull over, get over there. Yeah. And they're like going through my car, looking at all this stuff, asking me all these crazy questions, And he's like, you have a gun on you. I said, I have a Uzi in my trunk. And then he's laughing at me. He's like, ha, 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 New Yorker got an Uzi in your trunk. How stupid do you think I am? I'm like, I don't know, how stupid are you? And then I'm starting to think like, man, I'm alone with this guy in the desert. Anything can happen. And he can say, the guy went for my gun and I shot that bastard dead. So then I started to be like, okay, yeah, I actually do have an Uzi in my trunk, officer. Oh, when he saw that thing, you should have saw his face, man. And he's like, that, this is what he said. That's not illegal.
Yeah, they are illegal some places, so you gotta be careful, man. There's a lot of rules when it comes to guns.
In Texas, especially the border, nothing's illegal, man. Or is it? Is it really?
Not much on guns. Ain't much on guns illegal.
They love guns in Texas.
You get some pretty big calibers.
They don't have to look out for you. You can have your own gun. They don't got to babysit, man.
Yeah, it's and they're not real. They're not, because I've been stopped a few times through Texas. First thing they always say, you got a gun? I'm like, yeah.
I got stopped.
Last time he goes, He goes, "You got a gun?" I said, "I got two." He said, "You got two?" I said, "Yeah, there's one in the front glove box in the middle box." And I said, "There's one in the handle thing in the car
And
in
the
the back
Uzi
seat."
in your trunk.
And he said, "Why you need two?" I said, "I just got two in the car." I said, "One's a 380, one's a 9mm." So he first thing he gets he gets the 380 out the back. He's carrying it like this. This is so fucking funny. This is my gun, right? And this he's walking like this with it. I'm thinking, what are you doing, dude? And I told him, I said, if you drop it, you bought it. You know that, right? Because I know there's nothing in crime. There's nothing illegal going on. He comes back. He goes, "Well, it's registered to you." I said, "Yeah, I told you that in the beginning." He said, "Well, is the other one?" I said, "Of course it is." I said, "But you can take it." And I said, because I was back in the car by then. And I said, "Well, look," I said, "I'll get it out." He said, "Ah." I said, "Dude, I'm not going to shoot you." And then the idiot, because he thought I was from somewhere else. I said, I'm from Louisiana. I ain't going to shoot a cop. I said, "My stepfather was a state trooper." So he's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yes." I pop it open, pop out the clip, hand it to him. He's looking at him. This is a badass looking gun. I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." He said, "You shoot?" I said, "No." I said, "It's only had like 4 rounds shot out of it." He's like, "Really? You ought to take it out, down the road, and shoot it a couple times." So I'm thinking, some bitch want to go shoot my gun. Is what he's trying to say to me. After that, he chilled. He was cool. He was going to search my car, but after that, he kind of chilled out and said, "Nah, don't worry about it. Get out of here." He said, "Wait, what are you actually going to do?" I said, "I'm going to go talk about UFOs and aliens." He just looked at me like, "Yeah, dude, just go on. Go on. Go to Sean. Go to Sean's house, man. Yeah, you go hang out." Jimmy Lee Doolittle. Jimmy Lee Doolittle, huh? Okay, well, what about you, Mr. Doolittle? What you got? You didn't like what Trump did today? You thought he was an asshole? Well, I mean, that's your opinion. Look, I don't like Zelensky to start off with. I didn't like him when Biden was president. Yeah, just like assholes, we all have one. It's one of those things. I didn't like him when Biden was president. No, I didn't. I just something about the guy. He reminds me of a little Hitler. Well, I mean, he is a little Hitler. He's a little short, little
Hitler,
like that.
He's a little grimy.
We call this the short man syndrome. If you go back through history and look how many little short guys started bad wars, and don't forget Putin's one of them little short guys. So is Kim Jong Un. Yeah, well, I don't know about Kim, but I have to double check. But he looks like one.
That guy, the Purdue chicken guy, man, he killed all those chickens, billions.
Oh, glad you brought that up. Oh, a little flash for people. So the D South is going to save your dumb asses up north, so you don't have to pay $800 for eggs. So they got together and got hold to whoever it was. Come to find out, there's been a bird flu vaccine for, I don't know, like a decade. So they asked if they could use it, and of course they said, "Well, under Biden, they didn't want to use it, but yeah, I guess it's going to be okay." So now they're using it. The chickens are fine. It's not killing them. There's no residual effects from it. It's not showing up in the eggs.
Here come the mutant chickens, man.
So he goes, it might be, but he said probably within 6 months we'll start to see about a 1/3 price fall. He said
that's how you get mutant zombie chickens, and then people become zombies, man.
Well, we don't have a choice in this case because they're like I was reading about the one guy just a week ago. He had to kill two houses full, is what they call them. 3 million birds in each one.
Yeah,
I mean that's what you mean. That's outrageous. And so they got to recoup them birds. I mean, even they're going to grow them as chicks, they still got to recoup them.
Yeah, horrible. Think about just the massiveness of that. Not just that, turkeys too. Turkeys and cows are catching.
Think about the amount. It's not even just the eggs. Think about it, the amount of meat that just got wasted.
Yeah, but people are getting it from the cows. You know what I mean? Like the ones who are working with the livestock, because the cows are getting the avian flu, and then a lot of it's migratory birds that are popping in. So crows or geese or whatever.
They're gonna have to get that under
just south of here a month ago in Pennsylvania, they found thousands and thousands of dead birds in one pond alone, little pond. A lot of them just geese. But hey, man, like my sister has chickens, but when the crows land in the yard and they want to eat, whatever, and then same thing with the geese. I mean, it's harder to control that type of thing.
Yeah, if you got a good rooster, a lot of times he'll run them off. He'll say, "Get the hell out of here! This is my ground." Get
yeah, but then you get the coyotes and whatever, and bobcats around here.
Yeah, you get that kind of stuff. Sure, they were showing a couple of places in the northern part of the country where the bobcats are starting to really expand into the city as well. Especially
you have a lot of them up there, Michael.
Which way? All
bobcats. Bobcats.
Yeah, bobcats, and also people see. They've been seeing a lot of like eastern cougars lately. You know, so
Yeah, their range has been expanding too. We got bobcats in the neighborhood, so I got to watch them with dogs. But
there was a story that the DEC released released a bunch of cougars into nature to go, you know, deal with the deer population. You know what I mean? But I don't know how true that is. But I do know people that have seen them, and they're not bobcats because they have the long tails. My mom, you know, a couple of years before she passed away, she was walking up the road, you know, the place that she works, because she used to go for walks at lunch. And then she said the cat, she's a large cat, long tail, jumped from one side of the road to the other without touching the blacktop. So from the dirt to the dirt, I'm like, that ain't no bobcat. You know, it's a long,
bobcat. He might make it 2/3 of the way, but he ain't making it all the way.
two lane road, and you know, jump over like that. So yeah, but they're around. There's bears around too. You know, all kinds of stuff. There's something out there now. What the hell is that? I think it's a possum. Man.
They
cats.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know, I try to keep the cats and all away from me. I don't run off most of the big predatory birds we have. It's because I got little dogs. You know, I got to watch them. Jimmy, again, I don't see what the problem was with the president tonight. You thought they ambushed him and kicked him in the balls and stuff. Well, I mean, that's your point of view. Look, like I said, I don't like Zelensky. I think he is holding his country hostage. I think there does need to be an election. Let the people decide. Maybe Trump will ease up on him if there's an election. You know. No, there was an election in Russia. Putin was duly elected, whether you like it or not. The Russians reelected Putin for I don't know how many times now, but you know, they send Sean over there to count the votes. There might be some suspicious stuff going on.
Just supply me with all kinds of jewels.
That's right. So they hook him up. So there's a thing going on. So the Chinese and the Russians will take any American workers that were fired from government workers that were fired. They'll give you a job in Russia or China. Oh yeah, sure. Do Lord speak Mandarin.
Yeah, but you have to learn the language.
Ding hao. Well, I don't know. They got these translators now. You stick the damn thing in your ear. It's like Star Trek.
Yeah.
No, it really is. No, they're not 100%. They're not foolproof, but they work pretty good. And you'd be surprised how many Asians I met that speak good English. Heavy accent, but good English.
When my son went to China, they always had an interpreter with them. Always. Wherever they went, they had an interpreter.
That's usually how they do it.
Live interpreter.
Yeah, well, that's usually how they do it.
You know what else is crazy over there? He told me. He said, you know, you got your Chinese restaurants here in America, and they are nowhere near what a real Chinese restaurant's all about.
No,
they sit at a big round table. They put this food on a thing that goes around, and it's mainly vegetables, dude.
Yeah, a lot of it is vegetables.
But you know what? You know, the craziest thing he had there was duck tongue. Duck tongue. Yeah, that was a delicacy over there.
All I know is a giant skunk just ran up to my place, man. Just I don't know what he's doing out there, messing around in the back of my house, man. My cat's going ballistic. I don't need a skunk around here. That's the damn shit.
No, man. He's stinky at your house. You know, whoever wants to be on Trump's side or not on Trump's side, that's entirely up to y'all. JD did look like he was going to box some ears. I'm not going to lie about that. He was a little on the pit side.
He was getting ready, man.
He looked like he was going to be, wow. And, you know, you're going to be like, oh, shit. No, he couldn't have hit him. He's just tall, man. He would have been, it would have been sad. He's not even as tall as Bob. No, really. He's not even as, where's Bob? He's not even as tall as Bob.
If you listen to all the retired Marines on TikTok, man, every one of them said JD was ready. He was ready.
Isn't that a Cornhusker? What do they call Ohio people? Is that Cornhuskers?
No, that's Nebraska. That's Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, it is Nebraska. Yeah.
What's Ohio?
Boo. I don't know what Ohio is. Anybody knows what Ohio is? Write to us and let us know.
Douchebag. No, that's not
it. So Jamie Lee Curtis. Do you look like Jamie Lee Curtis since you've got her name?
The Hoosier State. What's Ohio?
What are you talking?
Buckeye State, the Buckeye State.
Yeah, it is.
Buckeye.
So he was getting all Buckeye on Zelensky, man.
So Miss Jamie Lee Curtis says that she thought that JD was hot. I don't know why this is relevant to this conversation.
He's stirring up the juices right there, man.
That was her man. Well, what about Trump? Well, what about Zelensky? I mean, he was standing up to both of them. I mean, come on,
No, he wasn't trying.
What do you? Oh, I can't say that. I'm sorry, but I probably could, but I'm not going to. It's well, he is a little. No, I can't say that either.
He's a dweeb.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That works. He's just a little,
little dweeb.
Look, I'm short. I'm only like 5'10" or 5'11", however tall I am. I don't know. I'm always got shit kickers on, so I'm always like 6'1".
The Russians say you're Slomnitsky. He's a Slomnitsky. Look up Slomnitsky.
So I mean, hey Roseanne, how you doing? It's no. So when it comes, no, he's president of the United States. I don't know why they did it in the press like that. Because he knew it was going to be a lot of controversy. There's no doubt about that.
Didn't Zelensky want the press in there?
Of course, he always wants the press because he's a to the press. But don't just ignore those sounds, people. It's no, he's. I just don't like the guy. I don't trust the guy. He's sneaky, conniving little shit. I don't even know how he got to be president. Oh, I have no doubt that he's corrupt. Not even a little bit. No, I don't think he's a Nazi. I don't think there was any Nazis. I think Russia just wanted some territory. Russia's like, oh, guess what? I'm bored. Let's go invade Ukraine. Yeah, Putin's a little.
Well, before America started giving him money, who gave him money before we did? Do you know?
Everybody. They're a grain. They export a lot of grain and some other things besides that. So they were getting money from a lot of different people. Actually, they were doing well. Russia just came in and disrupted everything, and they got fuel there, they got food there, they got a couple other things. So
and let's not forget Hunter Biden that sat on that oil board.
Yeah,
man. Of course, not knowing the language or
whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah, the Biden family were marinated in oil.
Jamie. No, I mean I agree with you. Trump stood his ground where he should have, but I think Trump was picking on the guy. I honestly, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm just gonna piss off a lot of people. I'm gonna say this because I catch a lot of shit coming over my phone. I think if the dude would have showed up in a suit, Trump and JD would have thought for sure, okay, he's taking this serious. Let's talk about this. There may not even been a press conference. Because since he showed up in his little boy outfit that you might dress your kid in, I think they were offended. I really think they were offended. And if the press don't call it for what it is, shame on the press. Well, he's going to get bad numbers in some places. So this is going to get good numbers in other places. Oh, you know what? There are some negative polls out right now. One of them is from U.Government, which you can't get no more left than that. And the other one was from another really lefty place, yes. And even being lefty, they've only gone down 2 points. And he's still above 50 on even theirs. Because things like this, so this will brew for the next couple of days, and then this is going to go away until the next thing comes around. But America's looking at this going, he's a little dick. And if the media tries to portray this any other way, I mean, liberals might go for it, but nobody else is going to. Everybody's going to be going like, he's a little dick.
Right now, the Ukrainian parliament is looking to looking to impeach him. They're having an emergency meeting. So because of what happened, they don't like the way he acted towards Trump. They were very upset. But it was Zelensky and everything that.
Oh, the Ukrainians destroy Russian drone control center. Look at him. He's being all badass. He said, you don't tell me I can't be badass. I'm kicking ass.
And it just goes back. Why can't Putin just go in and knock him off the face of the earth?
I know it doesn't make any sense, does it? When you look at Israel, how they pounded going after that Hamas guy, he was 60 feet underground. They just dropped bunker busters on him. Boom, 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 until they got him. I mean, and you would think, like, where can Zelensky? I mean, they know where he is. They know where he's hiding out, but they don't do it. The whole thing is weird. I've said that from day one.
Well, mainly because he's in populated centers. And if they go killing a bunch of civilians, the world's going to come down on like a fucking ton of bricks. Right now, the world's just playing around. No, there ain't no maybe to that. You kill a bunch of innocents for no reason.
Not residents. Zelensky going after.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He stays where there's a lot of residents. That's what I'm saying. He does that on purpose. He stays where there's a lot of residents. He uses
how many
that
people who knocked off journalists and whatever. They can get this guy. They can get him. You would think they can get him anyway. I don't know.
He's having a hard time. He's gotten 13 of Putin's generals, and Putin's not even got one of his. So I don't know. I mean, somebody's got.
And a skunk showed up outside. There's something.
I know. Huh? Ancient Roman guards' brains turned to glass after vicious eruption. I wonder where that was. Well, I mean, being in Italy, but ancient Roman brains turned. I'd like to see their brains, man, turn to glass, huh?
That's crazy. Oh my god!
Yeah, this is however long this was, probably 2,000 years ago or something.
Zombie-esque, man. Zombies are coming.
You think so, Michael?
Where are you guys going to be? I don't know. So because of these planets aligned and all this, they're linking that to the super volcano out west, and it's going to blow and whatever. People are crazy, dude. The crazies are coming out of the trees tonight, and we are here. We are here.
All right, we're going to play this. Hold on. Let me find us. Y'all keep talking.
In the White House, I mean, Trump is you know what? Trump, the false prophet, the great Satan, all that, it's all coming together. Excellent.
All right, where is this? Okay.
I don't know. The world's still going to be here. The birds and the bees and the trees are still going to be around. Maybe people can't get along.
No, they can't. It'd be nice if they could.
What the fuck? What fucking fun is that? So we're gonna go out in the universe and be all like, "Oh, we love you, people. Yes, you're so sweet. We love all of you." And one of them's gonna shove a laser in my ass.
Stolen my bird feeders, man. I'm being infected by creatures.
Okay, let's see if I can find this now that I've been playing around. What's that, Ronnie? Yeah, I've been cranky lately. Fuck you. How's that? Don't maybe use it again. Fuck you again. Okay, now you maybe use it again. I'm just saying, stop making me use the word. No, it's bad for Sean to hear those kind of words. Yes.
Yeah, my virgin ears.
He just, it may spill out. We can't have that. He might be at work being Dexter and say, "Fuck you, bitch. Come here. Let me show you how to slice them fingers up." Oh, we can't have that going on, friends. I'm sorry.
I'll skin him alive.
We got to make sure he stays. We can't have no triggers going on, people. I'm just saying. Don't y'all know what a trigger is? Jesus, we got to educate these people. All right, we're going to listen to this little clip right quick. I don't know how it's going to be. Maybe we'll get to hear some of what was going on. At least this is Fox, so it's 50-50. It won't be horrible.
Yeah, but no, is that Jessica Tarlov?
I have no idea. I can't see anything. Oh, we got a bitch. I always like bitches. Bitches are good, man. Bitches are good. Yeah, they're good. Anyway, turn that on like that. Are we on the screen over there on StreamYard? Can y'all see it? Yeah, y'all can see it on the screen.
I see it. I see it.
All right, here we go.
It was quite a day. What's your reaction to what happened?
That was the most stunning political mistake I've seen in my lifetime. It was the equivalent of a diplomatic walking into the Oval Office, dousing himself in gasoline, and lighting a match. There's a piece of advice people get that says never get high on your own supply. And I think Zelensky's been reading his own press releases and believing the hype. And he's had too many people in the Biden administration and in Europe telling him he's the greatest thing in the world as he runs around, dressed up like an army man. I think he just really gave Ukraine an incredibly damaging blow.
So you wonder if he's going to be pushed aside. Maybe Ukraine sends its generals in to negotiate, because now there's no way Zelensky can move forward in negotiations. Foreign policy pros tell us He was the U.S. ambassador, Ukraine's ambassador.
Okay, that was what the fuck was that? Shut up, Ted.
To the U.S. was caught on camera. Let's show it. Grimacing in shock at what Zelensky was doing. It is a brutal 3-year war. If we have the footage, look at
there
this.
She is.
You know, if you take out Trump and Vance, why did Zelensky decide to pick a public fight in front of the cameras in the Oval Office? Is he exhausted, or is he going along with the anti-Trump wing in Europe and America? You know, it's not Joe Biden reading off of note cards and index cards anymore. It's President Trump.
Yeah, I haven't found anyone who can come up with a legitimate reason for him to do something this gobsmackingly stupid. You know, President Trump was throwing him a lifeline. This mineral deal would have put U.S. companies in Ukraine, which would essentially be better than troops. They're less threatening to Putin, but they serve the same purpose. President Trump would never allow Putin to invade and, you know, put American companies in danger. He's throwing that out the window. I have no explanation other than he's lost his mind.
You know, Jim, Senator Lindsey Graham says Zelensky should either resign or not be in the negotiations. Let's talk about this. Polls from Quinnipiac, Marquette University, Pew Research, Ipsos show the majority of Americans demand the U.S. stop funding Ukraine. Ukraine can't win this war alone. The U.S. will not start fighting Russia, full stop. No one wants World War III. President Trump said that. The only answer right now is mark the boundaries now, stop fighting, do Trump's peace and prosperity deal. We know that Zelensky tweeted, quote, "Thank you, America," after the fight, but Trump is accusing him of pushing the world to the brink of World War III. What do you think?
I think he absolutely has. There's no question the only person who benefited from this little tirade he threw was Vladimir Putin, who now holds the cards that Zelensky threw up in the air. It's time for him to step aside. He did a magnificent thing. He rallied the world behind Ukraine when Russia invaded, and he should get credit for that. But what he's doing now is throwing all of that away in a sad display of a lack of diplomacy and the ability to understand the people you're in the room with. The most powerful man in the world was willing to help you, and you disrespected him in front of an entire live television audience. That was crazy.
It's still a mystery. I mean, either he's exhausted, it's a brutal 3-year war, or it's just a sense of entitlement or just being rude. That's what the analysis people are telling us. Thank you, Jim Hansen, for your great analysis and your service to America. Now, please listen to this.
I don't know, man. That was Fox. Fox like, ooh, they gave them the bigger bird finger. Well, before anybody gets off in that, so Fox, One American News, Newsmax, all of them, they'll probably all go the same way on this now. I already seen MSNBC earlier. We were watching a clip from them, and actually the girl who was doing
Australia, dude?
Huh?
Sky Australia?
They weren't saying anything. No, they weren't saying anything when I was watching them earlier today. A couple of the Europeans didn't say anything. They just left it alone. I don't know why, because some of them just don't want to get in the middle of it with Trump, I guess. And there hasn't been that many world leaders, and I'll check again, but there hasn't been that many world leaders that have come out and said anything. Poland guy came out and said something, but we already know he's pro-Trump. But he came out and said, "Hey, look, Ukraine, we're behind you. We're not going to leave you hanging." Stuff like that. And Jeremy's a little pissed at us. What? Go ahead.
The Sky Australia newscast, did they say anything today?
No, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen anything on it today.
Oh, okay. Oh, well.
And I watched EU News, and I watched Sky England and or Britain, and Euro News and CBC, which is a Canadian news. The CBC is always hating on Trump. But what was funny about all of this is none of them were going like liberals usually would do, like, oh my God. Maybe because Joy Reid got fired, I'm not sure, but none of them are acting like that. They're all kind of like, well, you know, this is a dangerous thing because most of the American people are going to side with Trump on this.
Yep.
So,
Yes,
so you got to be real careful here where you go with this. I haven't even heard Chuck Schumer, anybody come out and say anything yet. I mean, you would have thought by now that shit would have been everywhere.
Right.
Now, you know, while we're talking, I may look around and see if I see anything else. But I mean, there just hasn't been any real news on this. It doesn't seem like nobody wants to go overboard with it. You know, everybody's kind of more laid back, like, hey, It went down. We're watching it. It's crazy. Do we want to call the president out on it? Ooh, I don't know. After all, Zelensky is a little shit. See, that's the problem. You got something to bitch out about Trump if you want, but really and truly, when you go back and look who you're talking about, you're kind of like, ooh. I mean, really, do we want to take his side over the president's side? I'm not even sure that's not considered treason, to be honest with you. They're going to be real careful here. I mean, for the politicians anyway. Let's
Hey,
see.
Wool, is that Wool? Yeah. Hey, Woo. Hey, Woo Rider, DG. Woo Rider. I don't know, man. I just think that Zelensky just screwed Ukraine.
Well, I think he did screw.
That's the way
I
I
don't
look
think
at
he
it.
helped the Ukraine. Let's put it that way. I think he probably did do some damage today. It's unfortunate. We'll have to see. Like I said, I was watching the world's reaction earlier today, and it's not really. It doesn't seem to be overwhelmingly full of hate, which I'm surprised. I've been watching most of the major news medias. Some of them said, a couple of them said, "Oh, the Trump and JD ambushed."
Yeah.
Zelensky, but most of them aren't even going there. They're just kind of leaving it off. What is that, Christopher? No, I haven't heard anything about the Pope. No, I'll look in a little while. I haven't since last night. I haven't heard anything other than he was sick and in bad shape. It's the last I had heard. If you're Catholic, you should. If you're Christian, you should be praying for them. I mean, you know what? If you're anybody, you should be praying for the Pope. Yeah, he's just the Pope.
All that crap happened when he opened up that door that night.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying.
It's when it started. I believe it did when he opened up that door.
Vance leans hard into Trump's foreign policy and sparks a stunning Oval Office skirmish. Now they're going to blame him for it. So they're not even blaming Trump. They're blaming good JD. They'll help you get elected in a couple of years.
Heck yeah.
So I've actually heard now. I have heard several world leaders say that he will probably be president of the United States. In a few years. So that's interesting to hear the Europeans all talk about that. Oh, you mean Gene Hackman? No, it wasn't carbon monoxide. They said it wasn't.
They don't know yet, Joe. They do not know what.
Oh, I see. No, they don't know what killed him, but they said today that it wasn't the monoxide. Because that was the original thing. They said carbon monoxide killed him, but today they released something saying it had. More than likely, it was probably a suicide.
I'm voting for mold, man. I think mold.
I mean, he was 95. He was found dead. She was found dead, and the dog was found dead. If it wasn't the carbon monoxide, then more than likely that's what it was a suicide.
Yeah, because they do claim that there was a lot of pills on the floor around her.
Yeah.
So he was a hell of an actor, though, boy. He was good. I liked his movies.
And I mean, they had been dead for a while, by the way.
Yeah, 2 weeks they were saying.
Yeah, that's I know. Something about the 9th. It says the pacemaker recorded the last time.
Oh, yeah. Pacemakers have dates in them or something?
Yeah, I guess they can tell when it was. Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy tested negative for carbon monoxide poisoning.
Pacemakers emanate radio signals. So they're constantly in contact and then back and forth. In fact, they were afraid that hackers could manipulate that and go into people's pacemakers and shut them off or make them go wild, and that type of thing. So they're actually looking at that right now. But that's why they know. So you're monitored all the time.
Yeah, so they said he died probably on February 17th, the last day his pacemaker recorded an event. So that was it. It's heart probably, whatever killed him, the heart. Well, maybe it was the heart. Anyway, they don't actually know what killed him, but it's looking more and more like it was probably a suicide. No, I'm not saying that's what it is, Gene. Don't quote me. I'm just saying it's looking more and more like that.
Well, that was sad. That was sad.
It is, but he's, his wife was in quite a few things as well, so it is kind of sad to see them both. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what it is. Oh, Pope Francis suffers sudden worsening of respiratory illness, giving he's always on mechanical ventilation now. Oh, that's not good.
No, they're going to pull the plug on him.
It's oh, he's what is he? 88. I don't have anything against the Pope. Well, I'm not Catholic, but I don't have anything against the Pope. No, he's the Pope. Yeah. You know what? I know what you're talking. I can't remember his name. He's a little twit too. No, he's NBC and CBC. He's a little twit. FBI returns records from Mar-a-Lago search on Trump's White House. Says, "Ooh, yeah."
They returned her underwear.
Oh, wait! I have something to ask you. How come the FBI is giving a hard time to Pam Bondi and that they're not turning over the list?
Because they're fighting it like they always do. They always do. But what's his name will take care of that.
They have no grounds. Isn't that funny? They have no grounds, not whatsoever. So whoever's still yanking their chain.
Well, she's
they arrested that one FBI.
They're going to have to give it to her. I mean, she's the DOJ. There's nothing. I don't think
they arrested that one FBI agent that warned that Trendagua, whatever that gang out in Colorado, that the ICE was coming for them. He warned them. They arrested him. So it's good. They're bringing people to court. It's good.
Let's see. Puerto Ricans worry over new Trump order designating English as U.S. official language. What the fuck?
Should be.
What the fuck? Where the fuck? We're like in a time slip here or something. What the fuck? It is official language. It's
not.
As far as I know, it's the only language anybody in this country spoke.
It causes actually a huge problem not being the official language of the U.S.
I guess we ain't got to worry about that anymore because it's the official language now.
Well, you know what? When I was in the Navy, we had a lot of I worked with a lot of Filipino cooks, and when they would start speaking their language, they got reprimanded for speaking their own language on the Navy ship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's yeah, because that's just the way that they're not the only ones that did that either. Come to think about it, it's
you want to hear how crazy it gets? That even at the time when they started making the signs in America in Spanish, so Spanish-speaking people can read them and understand. Even at that time, Native Americans still were not able to speak their own language because it was a felony if they did. They didn't change that until way back when. But that just goes to show you the disrespect to the Native Americans in this country and how other people were prioritized over them. Because of what? Because of politics, right? Isn't it all politics?
Yep. But I didn't know about them getting arrested, though, using their talk. I didn't know that, Mike.
The Pope is going tonight. The planets are in alignment. What's
the end of the world? Oh, wait, I can't wait to hear what that bastard Leslie Holtz got to say about this. Him and what's the guy, Major Garrett? I can't wait to hear what them two bastards.
We didn't even talk about Joy Reid getting knocked out. Gone from MSNBC.
No, I can't. No.
Rachel Madcow is the last man standing at MSNBC.
There's no life without Joy. I'm sorry. There's just no life without Joy. We have to get Joy back. I mean, she come on, guys. It's Joy Reid, and we got to bring her back.
Rachel
Madcow, a hateful bitch. I'm glad. I hope she never gets back on TV ever. If any hateful bitch doesn't belong in television, it's her.
She is hateful. She said terrible
things.
The
only one more hate for her than Joy is Joy Behar.
Did she get arrested, or did she really get arrested?
Who?
Joy Behar.
Oh, she may have at one time or another, but I haven't heard anything recently.
I heard the latest thing was that she got arrested at an airport and the FBI cuffed her.
Being ugly in public, I believe.
Being skanky in public, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. No, I mean, I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen on any of the news feeds tonight either. I've been going through it.
Trump's new cootie police going out there collecting those with cooties. You know what I mean?
Well, Jackie, the list. So Michael Jackson was on the list. Prince was on the list. You know who was on the list? JFK's mother. I mean, RFK's mother was on there.
getting jiggy with it on
sister. What's her name? Ethel.
Yeah,
or sister. I'm sorry, I was corrected. I mean, damn, man, that's just come on, that's just something kinky about that all the way around. I'm just saying, people, there's something.
I'm not suggesting that all these people were partaking in what he was doing, but he was rich.
Yeah, they all sniffing
They
the
were
cantaloupe.
rich. They wanted to
be
go to
honest.
the island, and it was all about parties and whatever. Yeah, man. You know,
They were all sniffing the cantaloupe. Let's not even lie
He had
about
a
it.
ranch out west, and he had a place in the city too.
Sniffing the cantaloupe. I have never heard that one before.
You know, you never know who's listening to the show. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If you're a cantaloupe fan, you know, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but still, other than that, what do you mean? Joy Reid. Let me think about this before I say this. Joy Reid can kiss my, you know what, on Bourbon Street in the middle of Mardi Gras, because she is one skanky, nasty, hateful bitch that should never have been allowed on television.
Nope,
ever.
Never, ever.
I mean, she is a racist bitch who had no just. She
hates
and well, that's the reason they're getting rid of her. Oh no, because they were getting ready to get sued. What's that, Jimmy? Oh, there was I don't want to say it like that, but there was a chunk of who they fired were black people. Well, there's a lot of rumors on why, but you can't say that it was because it was racist, because it was more white people fired than black people. Yeah, there was just, I think, 4 or 5 people.
John
who were fired.
McNicholas is in the room now. John McNicholas.
Good evening, John.
Is that Jay? Is that Jay's first name?
Jay's pregnant. Why do I keep saying Jay's pregnant? Because he's pregnant. Yeah, we're gonna all be millionaires. That's why you think we're hoping he goes to term.
I got probed.
It's Trump Zelensky Oval Office meeting, a calculated political ambush. Democrat senator says they're dicks. Okay, well, okay. I don't think you needed to put in there they were dicks, but if you know, senator or not, senator should not use the word dick. I mean, I'm just saying.
What senator said that? Does it tell you?
Oh, let's see. Let me go see. Maybe it does. Senator Jack Reed. There we go. Senator Jack Reed. There we go. Mm-hmm. He's giving blowjobs to Zelensky. Oh, did I say that out loud? Shit. I apologize, Jack. I did not mean to leak any secrets.
I just say dick a lot, like dicks, man. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like
you know,
I don't know. There's something there, man. There's a connection between dicks.
Well, what do you mean, MSN? So no, NBC is trying to get rid of MSNBC because they're an embarrassment. And Michael's right. The only one left standing over there is Rachel Mad Cow Maddow. She's it. Everybody else.
But
she had to take a million. Yeah, well, she had to take a $10 million a year cut in pay. Oh no, she's a lying, stinky, skanky bitch. Is what she is. She's not as bad as Joy Reid. No, I'm sorry. Well, at least sometimes Rachel gets some comic shit going on.
Let me tell you this. They all base their news and their rants on fake and false information. And much of it they fabricated. So really, if you dig deep, there's a lot of propaganda in there that went on, and it had nothing to do with entertainment. It had everything to do with power and control. So I'd like to see the chips fall where they met, you know, and then hold guilty people accountable, no matter who they are. I don't care what level they are, you know. But I mean, there was a drive of misinformation out there that you couldn't even compare to any war we ever had with the propaganda and misinformation that went on from the Democratic Party. They played every nasty card in the deck. Now they're suffering because their numbers are dwindling and their funds are dwindling. And then Trump is out there doing things where they did nothing. So there's proof is in the pudding, man. Give me some pudding. Give me some of that pudding, man.
Chocolate pudding at that.
What was that commercial that Bill Cosby used to do about kick his feet with a pudding? What was that? Bill Cosby, another pervert.
Snack pack.
So wait a minute. So it's Epstein, Weinstein, Cosby, and Diddy. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier, man. Like, and I think of this often. Every time I see these guys sitting behind bars, well, Epstein gone, you know. But every time I see Diddy sitting there with that dumb face he makes, I'm thinking, why didn't he just get on a private plane? The second they saw the news story, we're going to go after him.
No, it's worse than that, Mike. He did, and he came back.
Yeah, but why?
Because he thought he could beat it.
Well,
no, his lawyers told him that they could get him out, that he wouldn't be going to jail. He would just be turning.
You can't trust lawyers. Duh.
You know that.
I would have went to some country that has no. I would have bought a country if I had his money, man. Buy a country, Diddy land. You come over here, you have trouble. You can't invade Diddy land. Well, we're trying you in court. Yeah, kiss my ass. I'm in Diddy land. You know what I mean? But now he's sitting there in jail. And jail is jail. I think there's probably part of him that it's very interesting in my life. And I'm not saying law enforcement, but of course I'm on the outskirts, with investigations and whatever and all the stuff I've done in my life. But a sociopath is comfortable with other sociopaths. And I think that when they go to jail, they feel like they're in their elements. They're not. It's not a hard place for them to be because they can move easily. He's rich and he's got the best of the best. Even in jail, he's being treated like the Godfather. You know what I mean? And he likes to pork guys in their butts. That's jail. Everything that he wants is actually there, except his great food and that type of stuff. His opulent lifestyle. But I don't know, man. It's very weird that he just didn't be like, gone. I'm gone. Okay, have the case. I'm not going to be there for it. I'm going to be somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where.
Oh, wait. Jay's part of the show. Hold on. Let me bring it up.
Okay, let me see where it was.
We're going to play says because he has enough dirt on enough celebs that he can cut a deal for his crimes.
Let's see.
Is that Jay?
Figure.
John.
Yeah.
Yeah, John. Yeah, John McNichols. Yeah.
That was Jay.
It is Jay.
You can call him Jay, or you can call him John.
Share screen.
But he doesn't have to
call him JJ. J. John.
You can call him J. John.
J.
Let's see if this work. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work or not, so we're going to find out. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay.
See another CEO.
Did that get in the screen?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, all right. We're going to get to hear these tests. All right, guys. We're going to play this. I don't know how much of this is. After we play this, we got to go to break. We'll talk about it for a minute. We got to go break.
It was.
All right. So let me play this. Let me find that. There's the sound button. And here we go. Y'all ready? Everybody's ready? Everybody's ready? Okay, here we go.
I want to see
Fuck you. You heard him? Fuck you, man.
Faster than any
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
There wasn't with me.
Your ceasefire stinks.
That was with a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
Yeah.
That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
After that meeting ended, there was supposed to be a lunch and a press conference, but White House officials say Trump decided Zelensky was not ready to discuss peace. Minutes later, Zelensky was seen leaving the White House. The intensity of the meeting felt by many in the White House. The Ukrainian ambassador to the U.S. seen here with her head in her hands. We're also getting reaction on the ground in Ukraine. The Washington Post interviewing a Ukrainian military officer who said, quote, "We still have a lot of work to be done. Better war than shameful peace." We're going to have much more of the reaction abroad. But first, I want to get right to NBC senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez. Gabe, we know there was tension before the meeting between Trump and Zelensky. President Trump had called him a dictator before walking that back. And top Trump officials had clashed with him on the minerals deal. What more do we know about the tone going into this meeting?
Well, Tom, it was really remarkable going into this meeting. White House officials were hopeful. When Zelensky arrived this morning right here at the White House, there was a cordial handshake with President Trump. The president even joked about what Zelensky was wearing. And then inside the Oval Office, he said that he was honored to have Zelensky there. But as you just played, things devolved very quickly. And I asked White House officials whether, as one Democrat, Chris Murphy, suggested today that this was some sort of planned ambush. White House officials insist that that was not the case. They were walking into there, they say, ready to sign this deal for those rare earth minerals.
So they're just putting this all on Zelensky, man. They're saying, no, dude. we were ready to sign. We were to give you the $500 billion, and you said
Even that,
F you.
even that reporter was like, you could tell in his voice was like, "Hey, Zelensky fucked up, but I got to tell you guys this because I'm on this news platform." But if you look at, he knew he messed up, that reporter, but he had to say what he had to say because he's getting paid for saying that.
You know, you should never have to remind somebody that you helped them. You know what I mean? You should never, ever have to remind them. They should understand that you did, and they should be appreciative. And then, but this guy Zelensky doesn't have, he doesn't have any common sense. It seems like he got, you know, he had just gotten into the Ukraine as leader when this whole thing happened. Just recently before that, he's not much of a leader. He's not known for being much of a leader. You know, and then here he is thrust into the spotlight, money being thrown at him. There's billions that's missing, billions are missing, and then they're unaccounted for. They don't know where the hell it is and what they did with it, you know. So as they're starting to count the numbers, we're seeing the truth of it come out. But the bottom line is Trump is diving for peace, and that's not a terrible place to be, you know. And anything else, you know, Biden had never tried, did he? Did Biden ever really try? You said Blinken in there and whatever. Nothing ever happened. You never heard of anything. You never heard any, you know, as far as I know, there was a wall between Putin and those guys. So, and then Biden, every time he's out there vilifying Putin, he's evil, he's this, he's that, he's that. How are you going to have a dialogue with someone when you're sitting there chewing them out, then all of a sudden you're going to be their friend? You know what I mean? Or just be even cordial or whatever. You know, these are other leaders of other countries that aren't our country. We really have no business in their business, if you want to get technical, until it overflows into our business.
Yeah, they didn't want any. I mean, when it comes right down to it, that's not what Biden wanted. Biden just wanted a war. I don't know what he thought he was doing, but he didn't give a shit about anything to do with Putin. But let's see what this one is.
He wasn't even conscious the whole time he was president, man. You know, it was the people running him, running the show from behind.
Yeah, and that's the sad part. There was a bunch of different ones, but let's see what this one says. Oh, wait, I think they're going to be friendly here for a minute.
It was cordial, but the friendly vibe would not last long.
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with
asshole,
World
you're
War
gambling with World War III, man.
Jaw-dropping remarks, over-the-top tension, and voices raised forcefully. It was extraordinarily stunning.
You got to be
Look
more
at Jay
thankful.
ready to pounce.
Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
But right now, you don't.
We're
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
U.S. President
Yes,
Donald
I'm
Trump
not
playing
praising
cards.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky over Zelensky's push for guaranteed U.S. security backing if there's to be a ceasefire with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Russia's brutal war on Ukraine. As Russia's assault raged on in Ukraine, Zelensky underlined for Trump, Putin cannot be trusted. Without pushing back against him, eventually even the U.S., as Zelensky put it, will feel problems, he said.
Position to dictate what we're going to feel.
At one point, Ukraine's ambassador to the U.S. dropped her face into her hands. Trump pressed Zelensky to give the U.S. access to Ukrainian resources, the basis for the meeting between the two. But Zelensky consistently repeated his call for U.S. support in return. Trump, unwilling.
You're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty.
When Zelensky exited, the minerals deal remained unsigned, said Trump later on his way to Florida.
He's got to say, I want to make peace. He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things. You saw what I saw today. That was not a man that wanted to make peace.
We want just and lasting peace. It's true.
Zelensky himself later underlining without such guarantees, there can be no ceasefire.
Nobody will stop because everybody afraid that Putin will come back tomorrow.
Also in that interview, Erica, Zelensky acknowledged he regretted the exchange and said they'd have been better off on all of that behind closed doors.
Yes.
Okay, well, beyond the deal, which is now on hold, is there any sign of repercussions for Zelensky?
Yeah, well, there's some reporting tonight that after that chaos in the Oval, that there are now discussions at the White House on whether the U.S. will continue to send military aid to Ukraine at all. Out by the helicopter, Trump was asked if indeed he's considering that. He said simply, it doesn't matter what he's considering. As well tonight reports Trump officials told Zelensky after he stepped out of the Oval Office that he'd made a huge mistake and had committed a disservice to Ukraine.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Paul Hunter in Washington. Joining me now is Janice Stein, founding director of the Munk School of Global Affairs. Janice, let's start with how unusual what we saw today in the Oval Office is. What are your thoughts?
Erica, I have never seen anything
good TV.
like this
in
a lifetime of professional
It's not unusual to slap down a Ukrainian.
Never has this kind of fight erupted on camera where the public can get an earful and an eyeful.
Watching it, there was a distinct feeling that this wasn't just about the policy disagreements of the present. There's history between these two men. How is that a factor?
There for sure is history. And by the way, J.D. Vance was the provocateur here. He delivered this
boo, blaming Vance. Boo.
Back to that same troubled history with Zelensky over the Russia probe of interference.
Trump, man.
J.D. Vance was actually answering
this every time he gets riled up.
J.D. Vance as well, the U.S. Vice President, also seemed to be saying several times, have you said thank you? Have you thanked us? And then Trump joined in on that as well. What do you make of that?
There is a motif that has been around for quite a while. That Zelensky has not openly expressed gratitude to the United States for all the help. But really, this was unplanned. It was not deliberately orchestrated. Trump got going when Zelensky challenged him. And once Trump gets going, the better strategy, frankly, is not to continue, not to go up the ladder with him, but to wait out the storm. It's hard to do, I must say. It is extraordinary.
This woman's smart as she looks.
Terrible.
So the world sat up when that exchange aired live, and then came the flood of reaction. Country after country announcing they stand with Ukraine, and Republicans praising Donald Trump. Katie Nicholson takes us through it.
It was perhaps best summed up in 3 words.
Complete, utter disaster. I'm off to the White House.
Republican Senator Lindsey Graham had hours earlier posted this cheery video celebrating a deal to be signed between the U.S. and Ukraine.
This is
where in D.C., ripples of outrage at Trump's behavior.
This is just truly, truly embarrassing.
Americans are divided on supporting Ukraine, often along party lines.
Every Democrat's going to hate what happened and
whatever, man.
criticize Trump.
Zelensky has no
most
choice.
Republicans are going to say that's just Trump being Trump.
That's why
this analyst says the blow-up doesn't necessarily mean the end of talks with Ukraine or the end of NATO.
It's deeply regrettable and somewhat worrisome, yes, about the future of the transatlantic.
No, it's shocking reality. This is reality,
I
buddy.
also would say,
you're
don't
going to lose your cards. All your money.
Blow up.
Tell that to Europe, where one country after another offered unequivocal support for Ukraine.
Germany,
Germany, Austria, Finland, Denmark, Ireland, and Romania.
Shithole countries. Except for Germany.
Isn't
Except for Germany, all the rest
its
were
own
shithole
dignity and
countries.
independence, but for the security of Europe,
Smart
as
countries
others
are like, no, we're
questioned
not getting
America's
into this.
place as a leader.
Can anyone pick up the pieces of this? I don't know. Can the United States return as a serious diplomatic power? That looks debatable at the moment.
For her part, Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister laid out the stakes of why support for Ukraine is integral.
We know that President Putin has no red lines. And
realizing moment. CBC News.
Actually,
Toronto.
Chick, you should be grateful he does have red lines, or they would all be dead over there. One nuclear weapon would end this pretty quickly.
The point is that we are talking about ceasefires. We are talking about solving this problem. It is out there. It's big news. It's front page news. Before, nobody was saying a word. We're feeding them billions of bucks in money, weapons, and all that. People are just dying when nobody's talking about it, man. Now everyone's talking about it. That's how you solve problems. You get people motivated, you get people talking, you know. And then if Trump wants to come out like Tony Soprano, good for him, man. Good for him. Because you need a goddamn hardliner to smack people into reality, say, this is how it is. This is the way it's going to be. You're going to listen to me, or you can screw off. Period. End of sentence. You don't make a deal with me? There's the door, little Nancy. Go. And then Zelensky, you saw him with his tail between his legs. He was like, oh, damn, man. Because he knows he needs us. You know, and he can hold his breath or whatever he wants to do and have a tantrum. He needs us. So that means he needs to listen to Trump. That means he needs to have a ceasefire and start.
Oh, man. Speaking of that,
we're working for peace, man. Not war, not killing more people with our weapons, but peace.
Yeah, well, one of the NATO generals came out today, and he was asked about, what would NATO be without the United States? And he said there would be no NATO without the United States. He said currently, right. He said the U.S. has been carrying a bill for NATO for a long time.
Yeah.
He said a good chunk of the material and equipment we use is from the United States. He said if they were to withdraw all of that, he said really NATO, he said the Europeans at the moment couldn't make it all up money-wise or equipment-wise. He said so we would actually be in a dangerous, precarious situation with China and Russia, who are both building their militaries. And he said, we've been warned. He said, the United States has been telling us for about 10 years now, 15 years now, start building a bigger army. Russia and China can't be trusted. Stop buying product from China. Stop buying fuel from Russia. Yeah, he said, stop doing that. You're only hurting yourself. But they don't want to listen, and then they just expect us. That's what Canada said just recently. One of their big ministers. Well, we ain't got to do that because the United States has to defend us because, we're connected to them. Well, we don't have to defend you. We can let your ass get overrun and then take back your territory and make it part of ours. I said, so, I'm thinking you might want to rethink that idea. Because there's only 30, 40 million people, 38 million people in Canada.
So here's the numbers. The U.S. spends $820 billion a year as the military budget, just the budget of military.
Combined top 8, right?
That is bigger than the top 13 countries that you can list, including Russia, China, all these other countries. We spend more on military than anyone in the world. And there's a reason for that. Like you said, Joe, because we're protecting other countries. We're patrolling other countries. And then they're not paying their fair share. We're the ones putting the money out. But me as an American, as a taxpayer, I'd like to see a dividend if we can get one instead of me paying taxes. I would like to see more from my country going from my tax dollars, not going out to the ridiculous things that they've listed. Sex changes in Guatemala or whatever. You know what, man? It got way off base of what that money is supposed to be used for, and the politicians have no respect. Trump. He's like a miser. He counts every dollar. He's like every penny. He's like sending you to the store. You come back with something. He wants to see all the change. Every penny, man. Like That's the dude. But that's the guy we need. And then you got Elon, who's the bean counter. He's having a great time. Like his whole thing with Fort Knox. People are like, oh my God, the guy's gonna go to Fort Knox. This is my dream. I've been wanting to see this for years. Audit the government, go to Fort Knox, all these cool things. Releasing information about Martin Luther King and Kennedy. Trump's doing this. So is he the Antichrist? Maybe. I don't know, man. The jury's out, dude.
Well, when he puts a blue turban on his head, I'll get worried.
Uniting Israel, the temple in Jerusalem. I don't know. The planets are aligned.
And the temple's still standing.
What happens if King Charles kicks the bucket tonight, too, man?
King Charles.
The conspiracy theorists, I'm lucky it's the weekend because they're going to be going crazy. Crazy. I don't want to be after work when people go nuts. They're going to be ready, man. People are losing it.
Jackie, when it comes to, I don't really see why anybody's really that upset about this. I mean, one way or another, this has got to be worked out. Well, yeah, that's true. But one way or another, this is going to be worked out. I said, really, ladies. I mean, Ukraine feeds a lot of people. we want their stuff. There's a lot that Ukraine can offer. Europe needs to get its shit together. And maybe this will just be a signal to Europe, say, look, the United States isn't playing. Start taking care of yourself.
Wake up call.
Well, they need, they don't realize if their military is as big as ours, China and Russia will never challenge us ever. Because it's a complete no-win situation. But right now, it's our military with their little crappy shit backing us up, which puts up a good fight against Russia and China, a beatable one, but not the way it should be. It should be domination, because between the two countries.
People don't realize that the U.S. has global military domination. We can strike any city within 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So when you start thinking in those terms, that you are never safe because U.S. is out there. You know what I mean? You can run, you can hide, but we have enough stuff to get you. You know what I mean? You can go underground. We're gonna dig you up. So I mean, you got B-2 bombers that can circumnavigate the globe and just fly around, dropping bombs. You know what I mean? So they know that about us, and they also know about the military machine. No matter who's in charge of the White House, this, that, government. Once that military, like you said on a previous show, Joe, once that military machine goes into action, it's automatic. It's automatic, and it goes by the numbers. And the U.S. is the most powerful country on the planet. And anybody who thinks it's not, they don't get it. They don't understand what they're even talking about. But Zelensky is a minor player in a third world country. He's a minor player. So he needs to snap into line. It's a wake-up call. He made his money. He's got his stuff. He can go into exile, put somebody else in there, and then start solving problems, right? That's my plan. That's my plan. I want to see JD Vance wrestle now. I want to see him. I want to see him wrestle.
Yeah, old JD, he was getting mad. Oh, was he getting mad? Oh.
You don't talk to the president like that. He didn't think that shit was funny.
No. Yeah. I mean, he's a Marine. You don't do
unbelievably disrespectful to even, and especially in that press conference and the whole meeting, everything they were doing for Zelensky to act like a jerk, right with the president of the United States after we've given so much to Zelensky, so much, But I'm not a fan of the whole thing. I don't think we should have gotten involved as deeply in the beginning, a little bit, but it should have been solved before it happened. But Biden didn't have the wherewithal, whatever reason, you can guess as good as mine. But Trump wants to solve the problem, and you got to give him credit. You got to give him credit because he wants to solve the problem, and he's looking to make that deal to solve the problem, and the deal is going to hurt, not us, but you know what I mean. Somebody, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, you know what I mean. Somebody's going to feel it. Even Fetterman wore a suit when he met Trump. Come on, man.
Let me go through this list again here. Hold on this. So I just pulled up a list of maybe we can put this on the screen. Hold on a second. I don't know if we can or not.
What's that thing when Zelensky dancing around the lingerie?
No,
I think that people need to see what they're talking about. What they're defending.
That's just fucking scary, is what that is.
You should put it on. It's funny as hell, man. It's
I'll see if I can find it after this. I'll see. This is how many military bases we have in each country. How many countries we have in each country. How many bases we have. Let's see if I can get it big. And hit play. Where is it at? Okay, let's see. So Indonesia, we have one base. There we go. Zakajapagada, whatever the hell it is, we got one base. Another base, Turkmenizin. That looked like Turk and Frankenstein.
That was Azerbaijan and Turkmenistan.
Cambodia, there we go. So one base. I mean, we're steady. How many is this so far? Like 5 countries, 6 countries, 7 countries, 8 countries. Half these countries. Yeah, look at it. We got a base, at least one base. I mean, look where the hell we are. I mean, what is
Zambia?
We're just everywhere.
Equatorial Guinea 1.
Yeah, Guana. That just means the one. Just how many bases they got.
Kosovo,
Cyprus.
Yeah, Cyprus. That's another base.
Latvia.
We're already over 20. We're already over 20 bases.
Georgia won.
Yeah, Georgia. So that's out there. Lithuania. That's okay. We got to go over another one. Estonia. Yes.
All of them is striking distance. All of them striking distance to Russia. All of them.
Yeah.
Ghana.
So, Dr. Congo. What the hell is that? Is that like something?
What else was Dr. Pepsi? Was it Dr. Pepsi?
I know.
Or Dr.
What's that, Jimmy? No, these are bases. Every one of these countries has a U.S. base in it so far. I don't know. We're getting close to 30 countries now. I'll go back and count them on the way back, but it's well, I wasn't counting them when we started.
Zambia, Sierra Leone.
So just still one, and these are smaller countries. South Sudan, there's another one. Yeah, Mozambique.
You know, it's like what? How many do you need, man?
Ivory Coast. Look at that. Must be hauling out elephants there.
Burkina Faso, Algeria.
It's a pretty green and white flag.
Ireland, of course.
One base there. There we got a helicopter flying off that base. Another one, man. What's going on here? Greenland, Denmark. We got one. Hey, we already got a base. What are we? Brazil. Got a base in Cape Verde. Luxembourg, yeah.
Luxembourg.
Morocco. Yeah, we'll go to Morocco, man.
Morocco.
Still just one Chile. So we pretty much got a freaking base everywhere except for China and Germany. I mean, China and Russia.
Because when they allow us to have a base,
Cuba. We got one in Cuba.
Money. We give them money, man. You know, for bases and
Thailand.
also.
We got 2 bases in Thailand.
These are just bases. What about also?
Look, Slovakia. We got 2. We're starting to get more bases now. We got 2.
Sakabuti.
Ethiopia. We got 2. Singapore, we got 2. I thought Singapore was China. Yeah. Mali, we got 2. Egypt, we got 2. Damn. I know we had bases in Egypt.
Libya.
2. Damn, we got bases everywhere.
Hungary.
2 bases in Hungary. Denmark, we got 2.
Cameroon.
We got 2.
Gabon.
We're going to have over 100 bases out there for sure. It's looking like Iceland,
there's
too.
a lot more than that.
Argentina, too.
Uganda. Suriname.
More 2.
Ecuador.
Just like we.
UAE. 3.
UAE, United Arab Emirates, we got 3. Jordan, we got 3.
It's funny because there's bases in countries that you would never think. You know what I mean?
You know what this country is. We got 3.
Mauritania.
Dominican Republic, we've got 3.
Nicaragua.
I mean, this is ridiculous. How many freaking bases we got out there?
Lots. Canada.
Lots.
Canada, we got 3 bases in Canada, and they're right above us. I guess we don't really need more than 3. Oh, wait, we got more coming over here. Oh, Kenya got 4.
Yep. Bulgaria.
You got 4. Look at this. We're getting serious now. Spain's got 4. But no, ladies and gentlemen, this is how many bases these countries have. These are U.S. bases in other countries.
Yep.
Peru got 5. El Salvador's got 5. Damn. Costa Rica. We have to one day do a thing on this and see what these bases do. What Colombia's got 5. South America's got quite a few bases.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Syria's got 5.
Like I said, we're 3-minute strike time to
Iraq's got 6.
Any city, anywhere.
Bahamas have got 6. I don't know why we need somebody down there. Romania's got 6. Somalia's got 6. I haven't even seen any of our big allies yet.
I know, right?
Netherlands have got 6. Nigeria's got 7.
Wow.
Israel's got 7.
When we pay them, we pay those countries to have our bases.
Oman got 7. But what are these bases? I mean, come on. Qatar got 7. Well, that's probably 7 bases.
Mainly Air Force / Navy.
Australia got 7.
Army, some army.
Guatemala got 8. Now we're up to 8. Norway got 8. I mean, we've invaded it. We've taken over the world and didn't tell anybody.
Yep. That's the U.S. Most powerful country in the world. No other country can say they have bases all around the world. Not even close.
I mean, that one, Greece is Belize got 9.
No small Belize's.
Honduras got 9. I mean, it's just growing as we go. I haven't seen. There's Kuwait got 10.
Yep. We got in there.
Belgium got 11 with a black triangle. Yeah, that's where the black triangles keep getting sighted. Marshall Islands got 11. Yeah, that one I kind of thought that one might have a lot. Saudi Arabia 11. Jesus, no wonder nobody wants to attack anybody.
Bahrain.
12.
Here's 13 in Turkey. Oh, what's up here? Panama, 17 bases. Oh, come on. I ain't believing this. This is full of shit. Portugal, 21 bases. What the hell we need 21 bases in Portugal for?
Striking distance.
United Kingdom, 27 bases. And they wonder why our military, I say our military is entertaining. Puerto Rico,
UK,
34.
Puerto Rico.
Italy, 44 bases.
Of that Italian food. Look at this one.
I ain't believing this. Guam, 54. Jesus. Guam's not even big enough to have 54. What the hell? South Korea, 73. I'm not believing that. And Germany, 119 bases.
You know, our bases, man, around the world. We do.
Oh, they're on crack, man. Whoever made this map is on crack, man.
We pay for it, is what we got.
Oh, look at Japan, 120.
Yeah. My cousin was stationed in
So
Japan.
that's the 2 conquered countries. We conquered that. Wow, we had the most bases in them. They're like, no, we ain't letting you fuck us loose again. Oh, man.
The other Michael Angley was a colonel in the Air Force there. Head of special investigations at Kadena.
What's that, Jimmy? No, we just got a lot of bases around the world. Well, you know, it's we want to make sure our interests. But see, that's what Europe and them were worried about, that we're going to start withdrawing these.
We can strike anybody anywhere.
They're worried about the United States may start withdrawing its worldwide. Right now, we got deployed, I think, somewhere around 600,000 people on all those bases we were just talking about.
And if somebody just attacks one of those bases, all hell's going to break loose.
Yeah, there's a lot of arguments how many people in the military. It's about 1.5 million, all in all, you know, but a lot of it can get clerical too, and people like that get counted. But, you know, a little bit more than 1 million fighting force. I mean, and a lot of them are deployed on those bases, so they're out there in the world. They're all heavily trained, always fighting a war somewhere. So that's the United States soldiers, man, are really the best on the planet. You know, and I mean, it's a harsh statement because what they do is what they do. But, you know, I'm proud of actually that what they do because they keep us safe.
So that's at 119. This says 21 military bases in Germany. That makes more sense. All these
depends what you consider a base too. You know, like a facility, an installation, a base, naval base, army base, air force base. You know, marine, whatever they got. They all got something. We pay them every time we go into one of these places. They keep their ports open. We'll pay them hundreds of millions per year per base, and you know, and that's what they get. Huge payments, and then they benefit from having us there. They benefit from U.S. dollars. Even the soldiers there spending, buying, and doing stuff. You know. But I mean, if people understand that, you know, like the U.S. is not in any danger of not being the superpower because we've got so much reach, and that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Also, we spend more than anybody else in the world.
Yeah, and the best part is our enemies know that. Okay, let's check this thing out. This is one of the new jetpacks, people. So let's see what this thing does.
I need one. I need a jetpack to fly the hell out of here.
Okay, let's get it set up so we can go. Oh, what did I did? I hit the wrong button, didn't I? I know.
I want my maggot jetpack. with Trump's face right on there, with snorting nostrils to take me up out of there.
Ouch.
There you go. Yeah, I just there you
People gonna be crashing into stuff like flies, crashing into your windshield. Look at that. You gotta be super skinny though. I imagine there's a weight limit on that. If my trigger finger itchy. That's so weird. Isn't that weird? It's cool, but it's weird.
So what, he crashed in the water and they didn't want us to see?
You got 50 or 60 troops, or that, a couple of platoons.
Where's this music at? Sorry, guys, we get rid of that damn music. Look at this guy go, man. I want one of these.
Is he trying to get away from them? Is that what he's doing? Or are they just trying to film his ass?
Yeah, he just landed. That's a British carrier right there. Look at him go, man.
So what's stopping the guy from robbing a bank and just walking outside, just blasting them?
Look at him, he's messing with the boat.
The boat's like, oh my god, the aliens are here. Aliens.
Oh man, it's pretty good though.
That's fast.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Look at it go.
I mean, he's fast. I know this video is sped up, not even, it's like look at the water. It's sped up slightly, but not like that. What is that? Eat at Joe's? Eat at Joe's restaurant.
That's Norway, isn't it?
He's up there.
I don't know. They said the HMS. They called it the HMS something, which I thought was Her Majesty's service.
No, I'm looking at the dude's flag, man.
Oh, I don't know about the flag. I didn't even see it.
He's gonna splatter on that thing.
Yeah, that's not a British flag, that's for sure. Yeah, see, there's Queen Elizabeth. That's the name of the ship. Dude, you can't just be flying some rogue ass flag when you're on a British ship.
Dude, they got to give the guys that do the squeegee windows in the skyscrapers.
I know, huh?
Get up there and squeegee that window, sucker.
It definitely be something different.
I wonder how long they can stay up on that. I guess it's got weight limitations.
Yeah, and I don't think they got more than a few minutes, to be honest with you. I know the first ones I've seen didn't last more than about 20 minutes. And these probably go a little longer, but asteroid collision shocked scientists.
It's air, right?
No, it's some kind of fuel.
Is it? Like,
yeah, because you notice, because when you look at the tail nozzle, it's a heated fuel of some sort. I don't think it's as heated as much as it is just powerful, but yeah, I thought it was compressed air myself in the beginning. But then, how much compressed air can you carry in 2 tanks? Nah, not very much.
More like that's compressed air, more like maybe fuel, but the power is like fans. You know what I mean? Like blades or whatever. Some kind of
No, there are jets. They're
like a jet, but yeah, like a jet, but without the plane.
They're just pushing through. Yeah, so if you look on each hand, there's a forward and a backward nozzle. And then there's a nozzle on the jetpack itself for cruising.
Hey guys, I gotta run, dudes. All right, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Go get some rest. Yeah, we're out of here in a little while. Go get some rest.
Be safe, man.
Don't be dreaming about Jay because he's pregnant either, dude. That's just weird.
I'm not dreaming.
And Jay's going.
I just thought I'd tell you that up front. That's just weird. Dream about JD Vance knocking out. You know who. It's a boxing match. I want to call the match, man.
They should set it up, man. Trump is
be good, man.
They should set up a fight between
them, guys. Man. See you tomorrow night.
I'll see you later, man.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, people don't forget. Oh, we got a guest tomorrow night too joining us.
The chat.
Yep.
Emily Goodwin is going to be joining us the last part of the show. Yes, she's evil. I'm telling you, evil. But she's going to join us the last part of the show tomorrow. So
Amy Goodwin.
Emily.
I was like,
Emily Goodwin. You've met her before. I think she's been on the show before. You've met her before, but what is that, Jack? 16 minutes. Yeah, we got left. So if you got a question, you better get in now. Oh no. So I was up late last night, and I said, okay, I'm gonna sleep late today. So I'm all comfortable this morning, and I kept feeling some weird thing in my face. My little black dog is licking my nose. I'm like, what the hell? So I get up. So all right, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going back to bed. Oh no. I had to get up for something. Then I went and made coffee. Then I made toast. And then, then after that, it was over. I was just staying up. Yeah, it's hard for me once I get up to go back to sleep. Yeah, it's just one of them things. I don't think Trump did anything wrong. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of legacy media from the liberal side. Oh my God, he's such a dick. Did you see what he's a dick? I mean, but
nobody cares about those people. Woke is dead. DEI's gone. Nobody cares about those people. They're going back into the cracks. They're trying to come out, fake outrage. Nobody cares. The real people out there don't care. They don't care. And those people are going to realize that nobody cares. They're going to cry. They're going to scream. They're going to do all the little tantrum stuff like a bunch of children. But they realize Trump is the one trying to make peace. He's the one pushing for peace.
He is too.
Think about that.
Trump is trying to make peace. He wants peace. And I don't blame him. We don't need to get into World War III. We do need to get rid of Putin somehow, but you're not going to get rid of it while he's fighting.
Putin ain't gonna last. He's sickly. He's old. He's got cancer.
Oh man. So damn, I wanted to tell Sean this. So the Navy, U.S. Navy came out with a new Top Gun missile that makes the aircraft carrier all but invulnerable to Chinese attack.
Ouch. There you go, China. Take that, Xi Jinping.
Yeah, so they the Navy's been working on this for a while because China had invented what they called the carrier buster, and the U.S. wanted to make sure there was no carrier busters going to bust up our ships. But there's a lot of new stuff out. Oh yeah, it's a powerful missile too, and it can actually be used to destroy other ships. I don't know, Jack. We'll see. No, it's radar guided. I think it's actually most of our missiles now have more than one guidance system on it because you can jam radar and stuff. So they'll have usually like a radar, laser, maybe GPS guidance. Yeah.
People don't realize that if it ever came to them, if there really came to blows, and I mean all out, not talking about nukes, but blows, going after military, going after a navy, you know how fast China's military would be just decimated. Their navy would be gone. Remember Saddam Hussein with his Revolution Guard and whatever, the fourth largest army on the earth. People said, "Go, man, you go after that. They're going to destroy you and whatever." How many days did that war last? A couple, 2, 3, whatever the hell it was. And that Republican Guard was decimated, dude. Decimated. They didn't even know what the hell hit them because the U.S. is a war machine. Like it or not, we're a war machine. And then people mess with that machine will come after them, and they're going to see like, oh my God, China's aircraft carriers, they would sink, they'd be gone. Everything they had would be gone in a blink of an eye, and then that would be it. They'd be like, oh no, what the hell just happened? We just crushed you. That's what happened. We crushed you, and we can crush you further because we got lots of resources. And we just cut you off of your resources. So what are you going to do? And that's what you got to do. You got to run things. You have to be tough, man. You got to be tough and understanding, but be tough. And I'm not having a problem with Trump right now.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm pretty much where he's going. Oh, so China Mars rover making stunning discovery in search of evidence for ancient water. Yeah, we know there was oceans on Mars. We
know there's oceans inside the Earth.
What's funny about it? I said there was going to be that there was oceans on Mars 35 years ago, and I said they'll find liquid water on Mars at the same time. So they would also find water on the moon, and all of this is coming to pass. And I was talking to a friend of mine who works for NASA. He said, I don't understand how you know all of this. I said, dude, it's common sense. You've got polar caps that melt. And I said, where does the water go? I said, sometimes I just don't understand scientists. They get off in these ruts and they can't seem to get themselves out of them.
They can't think outside the box much of the time. It's because they follow other people's work. And when they do that, they're not creating their own work. How many times have we seen famous scientists, even the dude in the wheelchair, Hawkins, what was he known for? He did this, he did that. I read all that. I read everything on him because I want to know what I was talking about. And I just realized all he did was continue theories from other people. They weren't his ideas. They weren't his theories, but, he got a free ride through life, basically, because of certain isms and whatever schisms, because of what he was. But what scientist is out there that's equal to an Einstein or a Nikola Tesla? What scientists have those kind of hash marks that are really doing serious work in the field? I mean, I dated one, and she told me exactly what it was all about. She said it was about money. And it was all about, and they would have these swanky parties. They'd be out there with the cocaine, the champagne. The guys throwing a party was a scientist looking to pick people's brains and steal their ideas, steal that direction. What direction? It was all research development, chemical research development, all that stuff. But they're working for goals of money and finance. They're not working for goals of solving problems. You know, at least my ex was working on RNA, ribonucleic acid, trying to solve diseases and hereditary diseases in families. So at least she was working for something, you know. But I'm saying, what about that Nikola Tesla? The ones who invent, the ones who are out there creating, right? What about that? How come we don't have more of that?
Well, because you've got them, we just don't hear about them because companies have them now. So they'll go to work for a company, and this is one of the problems Tesla had. So Tesla actually went to work for Edison. He helped Edison invent direct current, DC, and he had AC current. He was going to sell it to Tesla, but Tesla said Tesla owed him $50,000 for the DC current that he helped him develop. So Tesla wouldn't give him the money. So he took the AC and developed it somewhere else. So this man developed both direct current and alternating current. He should have been so rich. You know, I mean, everything that we have today works on one of the two.
He went to Westinghouse, and then that they put those generators in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, so his problem was, you know, even back then he was working for people who were getting his ideas. So today it's even worse. Today you go work for a big company, you have a breakthrough, they say, okay, we're going to give you a percentage, and you're just going to keep inventing for us, you know, and that's pretty much how it works. Because trying to go independent's hard unless you got money like Elon Musk. You can't really go independent. It's just really, really hard to do so. I see the Navy's got new drones that drop torpedoes. They got these new 100 killers.
That's my Christmas list this year.
I know they got these 100 killers, and that's what they do. Yeah, I seen that article the other day about why one of the ice ages lasted so long. Yeah. Yeah, it had something to do with one of the glaciers, how thick it was or something. Yeah, it carried it on forever.
It takes a long damn time for ice to melt. I've been waiting. We've had nothing but ice storms, man. You know,
yeah, and the long temperature stays certain degrees, it ain't gonna melt. You know how that
goes.
It's
warmed up a bit, you know. So, but just ice takes a long time to melt. And then everybody ran out of salt. The towns around here didn't buy enough salt for the season, so everybody ran out of road salt. It got pretty bad out there. You know, people sliding around, sliding.
Actually, you know, Bruce, I may have it. I was watching it earlier. I can look. You're talking about the Starship launch today. I may have it. Let me look. Hold on.
It's pretty cool. You have to admit, man. I love Elon's, you know, the whole SpaceX thing, and you know what I mean. I don't love everything he does, but I think that it's awesome. The whole.
Well, he got his Starship in the orbit today. That's what he's been trying to do. So
I think it's gigantic, like you said. It's freaking gigantic.
It is, and the two together is just crazy. Well, you don't get to see everything.
Come on, I want to see everything, man.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if we got this. Hold on, I might have this piece. Give me a second. Let's see if I can bring it up onto the. I don't know where I'm at, so that makes it even harder. Let's see. Present. Nope, it ain't on the thing. Sorry, guys. I must be.
Jay still there? Uh-oh. Well, it's just me, folks. I think we lost Joe, man. The hell happened, Joe? He's gone. Oh, my God. So I love the whole SpaceX thing. You know, Tesla, I'm a fan of the technology. It's not an exact science at this point. You know, the whole electric car thing and all that. So I think that it needs to go long and far. I think that the people who invest in it are investing in the technology, and they understand it's not about the car company, Tesla batteries, generators, and all that. It's about the technology, and the technology will always grow and get better. And then as time goes, it's going to be good for people. I mean, I think that, like when Puerto Rico had those earthquakes, they lost their power. It was a few years ago. They had earthquakes, and they also had like these terrible storms, hurricanes that went through and destroyed the whole damn place. And then there was Tesla. Well, Tesla company came through, and then they brought these generators for the people there free of charge, and Elon did that. So I mean, the guy he gives a lot to charity. He does a lot of good stuff. Elon Musk, Tesla company. I think the technology will just grow and grow and grow. I think once you have that electric car that can go 1,000 miles, I mean, people will want it. They'll want it if it's priced right and you can fix it and it doesn't catch on fire every time you drive it. That's a big knocker, man.
Look at the size of this thing. I think this thing is huge. I mean, the top of it's as big as the damn booster at the bottom.
It is. How big is it?
It's getting huge.
How big is it, Joe?
I don't know. We'd have to find out. I have no idea how big it is. Biggity it is.
I got a rocket in my pocket.
Look, it's slowing down now. Look at the little burn going down.
Oh, they're going hard.
Let's see. Oh, now it's going up there. Oh, wait. What we going? We're doing something exploding here.
To get ready.
Alert. Oh shit! Red alert! Red alert! What's going on? Did we lose the rocket?
I think so.
Oh shit! I see a bunch of.
Is that the one that blew up?
It kind of looked like it blew up. I mean,
is that what happened?
I don't think it did, but I didn't hear that it blew up.
I'm like Gomez Adams when it comes to blowing stuff up.
I know. We got a blooming commercial.
My ex's kid, man, when we got into rocketry and all that to do cool rocket.
Oh, I used to love that when I was a kid.
I quickly realized that fireworks were better. I go down Pennsylvania and buy a whole load of fireworks. I'm like, these are better than rockets. They're colorful. Boom. That's the way to go.
Look at this thing streaming up.
It's gigantic, man. It really is like, I mean, when you see it, it's just, I guess it's got to be that size. Is that the biggest rocket ever made, or was it still that one NASA one?
I think the damn thing is. Okay, boom. Is that what happened to it? Look, I look like some pieces roaming over here. Look.
Yeah, I think it blew up, man. That wasn't the one that was today.
Yeah, that must not have been if it blew up. It blew way the shit up, dude. Boom.
Oh yeah, look.
God say, look
there. But isn't this plan they're autonomous, right? So they're gonna bring things to Mars.
Yeah. So he wants to put on every rocket he wants to put 100 people on board when he sends them to Mars.
Well, I'm saying like before that happens, when they're building the infrastructure, it's going to be all like robots, right?
Yeah, originally probably in the first couple probably will be robots or stuff like that. I would imagine that's how he's going to do the first couple sets. Let's see, what's it called? Spaceship. Let's see if we can find it. Chris, if y'all got it, send it to me because we only got a couple minutes left.
Back to Mars. Should we start claiming property now? Like,
hey, that's what they say you should do. I mean, they actually say you should.
Location, man.
Okay, launch countdown 4 hours.
I want to buy the face of Sidonia and put condos there, Martian condos.
I know. Starship 7, January 16th.
Apparently, there's pyramids all around there.
Okay, let's see. So I put the wrong name on it, but I said it's Starship. I put Spaceship. What a dumbass. All right, let's go see if that's it.
Ever since I saw this guy land a rocket, have come back and land on its own, I knew that he was going to be just amazing in the space race. I think there is no space race anymore. As a matter of fact, I think that Elon.
Yeah, because Elon's kicking everybody's ass. That's why there's no space race. Give them time; they'll catch up. But he may come up with something else by then. So.
When they did that soft dock, and he did it within like 30 minutes or something, where it takes some hours normally to do it. You know, I mean, just the time saver and also the thinking that's going on. He's got a lot of great people as part of SpaceX. So, you know, good for them, man. And they're private. They're basically private.
Oh, here we go. Starship Flight 7. Is that the one we're looking for? First Starship launch of 2025.
I think it's called Enterprise.
Yeah, designs include flaps have been moved. So they're still moving stuff around on this thing. It's let's see if we can see it anywhere. No, well, it's not. We're not on 8. Stop trying to switch. Oh, maybe we are on 8. I may be wrong. Oh yeah, here it is, February 28th. Oh, what's wrong with the video? The video went kapoop. Yeah, next Starship launch, SpaceX will be Flight 8 on February 28th at 6:30 p.m. So that was a while ago.
It's officially March. March 1st, man. Happy March, everybody.
No, okay.
Made it out of February.
Let's try this.
Made it.
Yeah.
Be proud. Be very proud.
Okay, is it going to go pooey again? Let's see.
I think things are made to go pooey.
What's that, Jack? No, we're going to try it 1 or 2 more times. If we don't give it to us, we'll have to do it tomorrow night. But because it's after midnight, it's 1 a.m. Michael's time.
Yeah, it is.
He turns into a pumpkin at 2 a.m. So yeah, see, it did it again. So I don't know what's going
Already
on.
a pumpkin.
This file cannot be played. Error code 2320111111111. It caught the heavy booster on the way home too today. Caught it, no problem. No, I just wanted to see the launch. I wanted to see it release the thing into space.
The arm goes out there and catches this thing.
Yeah, because
that's cool stuff, man.
I think they started doing that because of the Starship. They want to be able to catch it instead of trying to land it because it's so big. I think
not as much fuel too.
Yeah, it don't take as much fuel. And they caught the big one today. It's the first time they caught it, but they caught it today. The little ones they catch all the time. They land them, catch them. It just, you know. Somebody said, well, why we're landing? We'll just catch them. I was like, really? Well, that's different. I'm just watching one day expecting to see the thing land, and it just gets caught. I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? And but it is less likely shit to go wrong and things. No, Jamie, we got to go. I'm on tomorrow on the Author's Quill. Emily Goodwin will be co-hosting with me. John is traveling. I think he's going to be in New York actually for a couple of days. Some Writers Guild thing up there, so he'll be up there having a good time.
Chat.
Yes, and then the chat will be coming on. Emily will be guest hosting with us on that as well. Well, sort of towards the end of the show, and then of course Michael is on after that. So it's a full day of really good radio. Just be prepared, pace yourself. It is a good day of radio. There's a lot of good stuff on that day. Before that, you also got Writers of the Futures, all those authors and illustrators, and then you got the professional, which is Echo Chernick, who is a fabulous artist and one of the coordinating judges for Writers of the Future. So she does a great show as well. So you can catch all of them. So like I said, you got a good lineup, but the chat from the Author's Quill to the chat's just going to be nonstop. Hang on to your ass and see what happens. Actually, because Michael's on after it, so it's really for Author's Quill to Michael Angley Live. It's just going to be a whirlwind. But on that note, we got to go. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and News on the Flip Side. Any moans, groans, bitches, or complaints, please write to Michelle DeRoche. She's the one who cares. And on that, we will see you tomorrow. Have fun, people. Enjoy your evening.
See you guys tomorrow on the chat and Michael Angley Live.
Yeah. See you on, and just enjoy your morning, peeps.